me, Mario.
Interesting first words. Anyway, it's race day.
Yeah.
And we're actually early for once. Oh my god.
Only 9 minutes. Don't get carried away.
I know, but that's early for us.
That is true. It's usually, and lights are out, and we're starting our stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right, well, it's race day. Britain.
Tom. And today we're. Oh yeah, I just noticed that, Pedro. I didn't notice that before. We are joined by Pedro today.
Yeah, what's
We're
more
a triple.
British? What's more British than two Brits? And yeah, hello, Pedro.
Hello.
Oh, well, we're gonna have a good one
what is it? He's an honorary Brit.
for the day. In fact, you're wearing
Yeah.
more British stuff than we are because you've got the Union flag.
True.
This is literally like the only piece of clothing I have that has something British on it, so you know, just thought I'd bring it.
Well, I've got a message from Cass, who's straight in on the chat. I see a midnight, a hawky, and a sexy bitch.
Hey.
Now, who's who?
Yeah, Pedro, which one do you identify with?
No, no, to be fair. I don't know.
Oh, good to see you, Cass.
Hope you're feeling a little bit better.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly that. So, it's Grand Prix day, and after yesterday's qualifying, which we had a surprise McLaren 2-3, what can we expect to see in the race today?
Can you tell who I'm supporting today?
It just looks like you're a Nike Max Verstappen fan, from my angle.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I want the McLarens to do well in the race, obviously. But I've heard from the build-up that there's a lot of teams that think that they can be closer to the top today, such as the Mercedes, the Ferraris. So, I think we've got a little bit of a battle on our hands today.
I do think all of the sort of more neutral, or the Brits basically, want a McLaren result.
Oh, 100%.
And Pedro, it's no surprise who you're going to be backing on this one as well, because I think that's going to be unanimous for all three of us, isn't it? Team Orange.
Yeah. Team Papaya looking nice there.
Cass says he's feeling better somewhat. Shooting phlegm like a fucking SMG. Oh, that's an image.
Oh.
Oh,
I hope you feel better soon, mate, but sounds like you're getting rid of it all.
Yeah. Just keep doing what you're doing to recover well.
yeah.
And welcome to Nick as well.
Yeah, hi Nick.
Hi, Nick. Just a heads up, apparently we're gonna there's a 40% chance of rain.
Oh.
Well,
No.
yeah.
That's nothing.
Oh, we should have the cars for the F1 movie
Hi Mariam.
on the grid as well.
Oh, pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to ask when because obviously we saw them during practice, but on the race day I didn't know what to expect and when we'd actually see them.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of media attention for Brad Pitt and whatnot, even in the lead up of this. It's been more about Brad Pitt than there's actually be the British Grand Prix.
Is he actually going to lead the race in the first lap with them? Or are they going to do
No.
the formation lap?
No, just formation lap.
Oh, okay.
He did say if it looks like they've spun or stalled or something like that, it's by design, and that is a direct quote. So if you see him doing something stupid at the back of the field, it's on purpose. Or at least that's what he's claiming. Oh, bless you, Cass.
Piastri will smash Max on turn 1 and Lando Lewis and Russell podium. Let's go.
We'll see. We'll see. And I'll remind you two of your predictions during the race.
Okay. There's a thunderstorm
Oh, no.
over here right now. I'll send it to Silverstone. No, don't do it.
Yeah, no, yeah. Don't upset Pastry and Norris.
No.
I've got a question for everyone. What is everyone's sort of biggest memory of the British Grand Prix for Silverstone?
Oh.
I'll let you two have a quick think. I'll tell you mine. I went there in 1996.
Lucky.
I know.
Okay.
Went there to watch Damon Hill win, and he didn't. And I remember watching two very poor Ferraris. One explode on, I think it was a formation lap, and the other one later in the race. Other than that, I think Villeneuve won. So it wasn't exactly a home interest win, but the whole experience around the venue and the noise, particularly the V10s back in that era. Oh my god! Hey, Kulios, and he sees this every day.
Wait. V10s? Yeah, it was V10. Okay.
It was V10s.
Actually, Norris will stall on the grid. Don't jinx it.
Mario remembers when Schumacher broke his leg in, I think, 99.
Yeah. Yeah.
He tried to get out of the car and then couldn't.
Mine is, I think it was like when I was a teenager, because you know, obviously on Channel 4 it shows it live, and it's the only race that they show live. I think I just remember just switching on the TV, and it was me, mum, and dad, and we were just sat like watching the telly. And I remember just like all of us just sat in front of the telly cheering on, like, I think it was Hamilton at the time. Like, because obviously he was quite dominant back when I was a teenager. And we were just like sitting in front of the telly, just screaming at it, just being like, yeah! I think that's what really got me back into Formula 1, because it's just that I was sat in front of the telly with my family, and it was a nice memory of just us just all watching the sport, but obviously bonding at the same time. It was nice.
I hear you. It's a sad set of circumstances. Only the one race that's free to air now. But
True, yeah.
at least you have that good memory. Pedro, do you have
And
a...
now, I have now to watch all of the races.
Well, I think mine would have to be Lewis when he, like in that rainy race at Silverstone, was it 2008, where
It
he
was.
lapped everyone?
It was.
I think that
Massa spun like 3 or 4 times. That was on the old layout as well. Yeah, I remember that. If anyone hasn't seen that, check out the British Grand Prix 2008. It is a masterclass from Hamilton, and no one else was in the same league as him. It's as simple as that. Cass,
No, only the recent years kind of like stick in my head, like the past 3 or 4 years, like of Silverstone.
Cass, I'm going to paraphrase what he says here. Did someone die on the track? In Spa recently, yes. In F4?
Formula Regional.
Formula Regional. So yeah, there has been a motorsport-related death recently. But it's nothing to do with F1, not directly. In fact, thank you, Kulios, for the 30-second warning. Beware, you may be up to 30 seconds ahead of us. So
Yeah, I was gonna say just
no telling us of events until you see us notice it. And that's why you've got a 1% filter up on my stream, so you can see a little bit of it, but not enough. Okay, Russell, Ocon, Tsunoda, De Vries all starting on softs. Hulk, Bottas on hard. There's a really big... Bit of a different set of strategies going on.
Well, we all know that the Haas doesn't have good tyre degradation at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Haas just go backwards in the race, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you will be Kulios.
Yeah.
Just try and react at the same time we react, sort of thing.
Oh, I was not
By the
expecting
way-
that.
By the way, not sure if any of you noticed, but the reason why Bottas is starting at the back of the grid is because he was disqualified for not being able to provide with the minimum amount of fuel sample yesterday.
Oh,
So he went from 15th to 20th.
well, that's not really the biggest of impacts on his race, is it?
Yeah. And also, curious stats. No other team in the last 10 years, I believe, other than Mercedes and Ferrari, have won in here. And it was mostly Hamilton winning from Mercedes. So
I think Rosberg got an odd victory, didn't he?
I think so, yeah. But apart from the Mercedes, Ferrari won twice. One with Carlos Sainz last year, and Vettel 2017? 2018? I don't know. One of those 2 years.
Sainz, Hamilton, Verstappen, Hamilton, Hamilton. Was the
Oh,
previous win
Verstappen
shown
won
on-
here.
Yeah,
That's
apparently
wrong.
once.
That's wrong. Because it said two times in 2020 that Verstappen and Hamilton won.
We had the sprint race.
Oh yeah.
Sprint race.
Wait, did he
In
win there?
2020.
He won. He, in 2020, he went on. Or was it 21? Doesn't really matter. But he went on a. He won like all of the sprint races, with the exception of one, I think.
I don't know. We'll have to do our research afterwards. 'Cause I
Still,
don't know.
it shouldn't count for these wins, should it?
Depends on how they've
I don't
counted it. Right, I'm really excited for this race.
Yeah.
Although, am I the only one that, like, they haven't shown anything of the Apex Racing team? The formation lap. So did they go out
I
on the
haven't
formation
seen
lap? Or not?
I'm sure we'll see footage on TikTok and all after. In fact, you might be able to see them there. No, don't think they did. Either way, it's time for the race. And Nick says, by the way, Max won the 70th anniversary in 2020.
Okay. That was the one
thought
I
I
was
heard, yeah.
thinking, but I don't even remember that, to be honest.
I think that was the year we had 2 races at Silverstone, and one of them was where
No.
Hamilton crawled over the line with 3 wheels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's one we remember.
Right, let's
Well,
get ready.
Here we go.
British GP!
Come on, let's go.
Norris into what first?
Ooh,
Piastri into second?
Piastri.
Maybe.
Okay. Piastri.
Go on, Norris.
Hear that crowd?
Yo, oh my god, the atmosphere. Jesus Christ.
Max is going to lunge him at the end of the Wellington Straight, I guarantee it. I think that's Lewis off there.
Play safe, guys.
Piastri's on the back of Max. Oh, McLaren 1-2. No, Max has gone defensive.
Let's start.
Now listen for the crowd on this one. I'm going to turn it up a bit.
Ooh, Piastri is looking racy there.
Yeah, he's going to go for it. And this is where
He's
Max and Lewis
He's
come together
glued to Max.
a couple of years ago.
he's literally glued to Max. Oh, very dusty there.
Yeah, he's going to have marbles on his tyres. That's going to really affect him into Magnussen Beckett's.
Oh my god.
I think Russell's in 5th. So that must be Leclerc in 4th. Mario's happy. Stevie's happy. We're all happy.
Happy? Gave me chills into going like I was oh my god.
And the,
Also, Noda's made up 3 places already.
and the chrome wheels lead a lap.
Whatever that chrome livery did to the car, stay with it, McLaren.
Please.
It's lucky
Please.
livery.
Imagine, like, if McLaren win today and Zach Brown is like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep this livery for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Here comes Max.
You have one job, patient.
You can't not say pastry, can you?
No. Never I think of his name, I just think of pastry, no?
I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself. He's not too
Mm.
far away from Max.
Okay, we're
Ahead
gonna
of-
have DRS at the end of this lap. First four. Oh, wow, most of them all have DRS on each other.
Mhm. Alonso's moved up to P7.
Albon's still in the points.
Okay, here comes Hamilton on Alonso. He's up to P8 again.
Ooh,
He's got Gasly somewhere.
this is gonna be a good battle for P7.
Russell's the only one in the top 11 on soft tyres. I'd be tending to agree with Mario. DRS and Max will take it easy. Quite possible. Saying that,
Saying that,
He doesn't have it.
DRS range.
I was gonna say.
Not at the moment, but let's see.
That's so unusual to see Max with like you've got a 1 second gap to Norris. Like
Yeah.
Kudo says, I don't know why they've gone for slicks though. It's a forecast of 40% chance of rain, but it's dry now. That's what
yeah,
matters.
they won't go on wets or inters until it's raining.
Properly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Max has closed to within DRS now.
Yeah.
Because especially in quali yesterday, you showed that like in all 3 sessions they were all on slicks, even though it was mixed conditions. Because it was just
Brilliant start from Lando there.
yeah.
So was Piastri. It's just a shame that he got a little bit boxed there.
Yeah, he got out
No,
of
but
it.
I was gonna say in a good way, it was kind of that he backed out a little bit because he's
Yeah.
still running in third currently.
Yeah, take out a double world champion.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
survive in third place. Mm.
Yeah, and just survive. Yeah. Oh, what would I do? Hello, Salah. Oh, good reaction.
Well, they're not showing us what's going on at the front at the moment, so I think
Yeah, I
Max
don't
has
want to
got
see a
by.
replay.
Yeah,
I
we
don't want to see a replay.
show us the replays when it calms down, not now.
Yeah.
And Kudo says there's a 70% chance of rain by 4 p.m. That's 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
We'll think about it when we get there.
Yeah.
Yes.
When it happens, then we'll worry.
Right, so Max is getting close now, but
One in your chat,
Yeah.
Sarah?
Russell is closing in on Charles.
I wonder if an F1 car, if we'll see an F1 car get struck by lightning. Morbid!
hey, Julius, what?
There are enough of a bomb on wheels as it is.
Only you could think of that, like.
I don't imagine that it would ever happen. It's carbon fibre wrapped with rubber wheels. It shouldn't happen. Doesn't mean it won't, but... So Piastri is really sticking with Max, isn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
He actually gained some time on Max.
Like,
Because when he started the lap, he was like
Mika?
1.3 seconds behind.
wasn't lying.
Yeah?
Hakkinen wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying, yeah.
He was when he said he was going to come back to F1, but that's besides the point.
But he wasn't lying about the McLarens.
I mean, he did come back in your career mode.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah.
that's special circumstances.
I'm joking.
But oh my god, you know, like, just going back to the start, right? The crowd, when Norris, like, overtook him, even though we're watching it on the telly, I felt it, if that makes sense. I was just like, I was so happy.
You feel it here.
Yeah.
Nick says,
Well,
has
British
Mika
after
officially
all.
retired yet? I hope so. Very good question from Mario. Is Lando compromising his race by pushing his tyres now?
Could be, but
Well, if anything, he's also allowing Piastri to be close to Max so that Max doesn't attack him.
He's also getting a bit of oversteer coming out of, I think that's Vale.
Ooh,
Yeah, here we go.
this is gonna be close. Oh, there he
And he's clipping as well. Yeah, there goes Max.
Yeah. Well, that was good while it lasted.
stick with him, Norris. Stick with him.
We had a few good scraps around here last night in the 3GP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of us came off slightly worse than others.
I did have a good first lap with you though, Sarah. I was round the outside of you around Luffield.
Yeah. I mean, I love him on the play coverage, but wouldn't mind seeing him race again. Is Lando Rain O's going to distort his race again?
Hmm?
Is Lando Rain O's going to distort his race again?
Russell's having a go at Leclerc.
We don't expect rain until at least 4 o'clock, so.
And that's if it rains.
Yeah.
Okay, Leclerc's really compromising Russell's pace now. And Sainz is coming on the back of him. Didn't Sainz win his only race here last year?
Mhm.
Right. So we could see Piastri take Norris and go P2. That would be something.
The McLarens have built quite a decent gap to Leclerc at the moment.
Oh.
Kind of the RS range.
It's raining a few miles away from the track as we speak.
Ooh.
Oh.
We all had the same reaction there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Problem is the guys at the front have the most to lose, so they're not going to want this.
Yeah.
And Kudos says the thunderstorm wasn't forecast an hour ago. British weather.
Yeah, that's literally all we can say. British weather.
Oh.
But technically, Max hasn't led all of the races. We have a new leader for at least 4 laps.
Saying that Norris is still with him.
Yeah, both McLarens are still with him. To be fair.
Oscar's been told to hold position, so they're letting Norris go after Max. Interesting. And if you look at the data and the car build, Norris has the more advanced McLaren, so they're probably going to focus on him.
I was listening to analysing their laps yesterday, and I believe Norris's car is more set up for the straights, but Oscar's car is more set up for the low downforce. Well, the corners basically, the low speed corners.
Hamilton's shaping up for a pass on Alonso.
So they're both as good as each other, but they've both got obviously their stronger points.
Here we go.
Oh, there goes Hamilton.
What's about the old teammates of both middle finger up at each other as they go past? And it doesn't always rain at the British Grand Prix, Kulios. I've seen a number that have been dry, but British weather.
Yeah. We have a true DRS chain going on, a minor mistake, and it's DRS advantage over both McLarens. True.
Oh, Perez.
Yeah,
Replay.
I was gonna say he's still P13 at the moment.
Oh, diving up the inside of Hulk. It must be Hulk because K-Mag was last, wasn't he?
Yeah. No, I mean technically he wasn't. He was, but he wasn't.
He was at the end of the first lap.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Hulk.
Ooh, okay, there's a little bit of front wing damage there for Hulk. Oh, there it goes.
Oh wait, Checo. It was Checo actually. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you
No,
know.
it was Hulk. It was Hulk. My bad.
Yeah, Checo hit it.
Yeah, he speeded already.
Yeah, that will ruin the aerodynamics of the car. So he's now going to be hoping for a safety car. Hulk. Okay, yeah, Hulk's gone in now, yeah.
Has ruined his race, if anything.
Yep, DRS train, top 3.
Oh.
I'm just watching you, Sarah. Guido says, "Is it going?" Well, I'm going to phrase it as a question. We're going to have a safety car because of the debris from Hulkenberg's wing. Depends where it landed.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. I'd say. Yeah.
And we have seen a couple of marshals nip out on track, and if there's a clear sector for them to just go and grab it in the last few rounds. Alright, Norris might have just dropped DRS. Nope, sort of there, sort of not.
All they need to do is kind of just stay where they are and we'd be happy. Just stay there, please.
Wind gusts up to 35 kph.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds a bit.
What's that in real money?
A good question. You'd have to ask the Mercedes engineers.
It's about 25, give or take.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, somewhere along
It's quite
those lines.
windy.
I'd say a bit strong.
Marius picked up a Max's comment too.
Oh, Norris is out of the RS, I believe.
If there is a safety car that's going to allow the McLarens to catch up, they're not exactly far behind, and the only problem with that is it will allow the others to catch up too.
Yeah. I'm genuinely surprised. They built a decent gap to Shaw at the moment. Russell is right behind Shaw, so it's not like he can just relax.
There's one team I'm a little bit disappointed in so far. It's Aston Martin. Looks like he's falling away from Hamilton. There's just no pace in that car, sort of post Austria.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, even in Austria they didn't have that good pace.
Exactly.
You'd think,
They got that far up was because of their protests.
True.
you'd think, as is basically their test track, that they would be alright around here.
Not allowed to use it anymore, are they?
No, but like.
But I know what you mean.
Yeah.
The local track, yeah. That's what when that team was Jordan and all that, they used to just lap here, constantly.
Ocon is pitted.
That's early.
Tires was he on the mediums?
I'm not sure.
I want to say he was on the hards because it looks like lots of drivers. There was a couple of drivers on it's retirement.
Huh?
He was on the
Spotted
soft.
something.
It is
Ocon was
standard.
on the soft.
It is standard practice to change the tyres when they come in anyway. Okay, Hamilton on Alonso. We saw this like 2 or 3 laps ago.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Aston Martin haven't developed a car. Alonso accepted that there haven't been any upgrades that improve the car in any way.
Okay.
Yeah. Must be that point where it's like it's gonna fall off, considering everyone else around them is bringing upgrades after upgrades.
I think they changed the rear wing spec that they had like midway through this weekend, and it actually made the car worse.
Oh.
Nice. Can happen. Right. Here's my theory. McLaren split strategy. 1 on 2 stop, 1 on 1 stop.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Piastri is already off of the RS range as well.
Yeah. It is about this sort of time where the race calmed down a bit. They remember they got to manage the temperatures. They back off a little bit
Yeah.
and gap the other car. I mean, 1.5 seconds is not far by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. Considering that usually at this point Max is like
Ooh,
down the
oh.
road.
Oh,
Oh.
weather radar.
That was typical GT7 weather. Like, just, it's gonna rain, it's not gonna hit the track.
There'd be one thick band that goes straight across the track, and then nothing happens.
A noise.
What?
I just had the R2D2 thing in my ears, but I don't know where I heard it from. What's that?
Where did that...
Oh, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. That's where it came from. I was like, I swear I heard the R2D2 noise. I was just like, what's going on?
Wow!
Aston have reached max with their car now. Have reached max with their car now. Hard to find an extra performance. Maybe. For a second in my head, I thought you said they've reached max, like, as in Max Verstappen.
I read it that way too.
Have they?
No, they haven't reached Max. He's 7 places behind him. Where's Stroll again today? Where is he? 11th.
I didn't notice your follower alert too. It is. I thought I had it turned off. It just came out of the blue. I was just watching and I was like, and then I heard the I was like, what's going on?
Russell, team radio.
Well, after Barcelona, I'm not sure how we can trust that.
Yeah.
Koulios, come on, man. I didn't know they were on, so you didn't need to scare me like that. Jesus Christ. Please refrain from doing it, please, because I'm going to have a mini heart attack.
Oh, God.
Right. The Mercedes crew have told Russell that the rain is going to... You can see the rain there!
Yeah.
But apparently it's going to miss the track. The problem is, a 40% chance of rain, do you know what that actually means? I mean this literally. It means there's a 100% chance of rain, but only 40% chances in your area. That's genuinely what it means. McLaren sticking with plan A, running 2 and 3. We wouldn't have thought this after Bahrain this year.
No.
Yeah.
For the last couple of years, McLaren have turned up to the first 2 or 3 Grand Prix with a tractor, and by halfway through the year, it's suddenly running 2-3. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was, right, Koulios? But it doesn't mean that you have to go and press the other ones. It's because I've not used this layout in a while. We've not had a triple stream for a while, so it must have gone past me that I hadn't removed the sound alerts.
You do know the intrusive thoughts are going to be running rife now, right?
Yeah. Please. Just don't give me it. Yeah. Like, please.
Well, the race is calming down a bit now. Norris is falling away from Max a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's to be expected. That Red Bull is quick.
Oh, Russell is on a new set of softs.
He is.
I'm surprised that he's still, like, kind of going on this.
Yeah.
Saying that, they're obviously Snowden and the Freeze, but they're way back.
All I can say is, oh, Verstappen team radio.
Wind is making it difficult to drive. Okay.
There's something about both Mercedes and Red Bull drivers that just love to complain over the radio about nothing they can change.
Let me just say, I'm impressed that Max isn't already like 10 seconds up the road or something like he usually is. At this point of the race.
Give him time.
Thank you for the follow, Sergio.
Wait, Perez is driving and following you on Twitch at the same
I
time?
know, right?
Mario's noticing I was just thinking about as well. Russell must be frustrated his strategy is not working. He's got to be thinking undercut now. If Mercedes can find him a slot to drop into. Ooh. Yeah,
It's that thing, isn't it? It's like, how much do you push those softs now that you're 14 laps in? And because if not, they're going to fall off of a cliff, like, shortly, compared to all the medium runners around him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
That is close to Charles. Nothing too bad for himself. Probably why he was able to extend this set of tires as long as he did.
well, Mary thinks it's better to keep track position. Depends on... Ooh, he did run wide at Stowe. Depends on what your philosophy is. Is it go double soft tyres, or soft double mediums, or go medium hard like most of the pack are going to do. Offset and pace, it's catch-22 sometimes.
Yeah.
Snowder's in. Drop on the rain lens. Drop a rain on the lens. That's the words.
Will it be enough rain to bring out the intermediates, or is it just going to be light drizzle? Sort of like, they can just stay on the slicks, it's fine.
It slicks, without a doubt, at the moment. I mean...
Norris,
was that
stay in the white lines.
Was that a track limits notification?
Yeah. Stay in the white lines. You were moaning last week about everyone else not doing it. You do it.
1 in 15 laps is fine. You can do that once every 15 or 16 laps. It's all good.
We don't need anything to jinx it. Wait and see what Webber does. If that goes past him and keep him to finish the race, Russell can still get third. Maybe.
Perez is not making his way through the field as fast as I thought he would.
No.
Stuck behind Albon.
Albono.
Did you guys just see like the Las Vegas promotional stuff on the pit straight?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Have a look for white and purple next time. It's just weird. It's like, and then again, you've seen Qatar here, so whatever.
Oh yeah.
Russell is still tucked up behind Leclerc. Gasly's on the back of Alonso. And Koulos is right. Look at the clouds. At the moment, the clouds are saying no rain.
Basically, more of the story. Don't trust British weather.
Also tried to go for a move there.
How much longer can we expect those softs to be like viable for though? Because we're already 17 laps in.
I think as long as they can stay within DRS, probably.
Yeah.
Got to say, it's impressive.
Falling on the drone camera.
Raindrops keep falling on the drone.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think we're all watching the weather now. Not more than the racing, but it's like we're waiting for it. Okay, so here comes Perez on Mr. Alexander Albon. Finally got him. All 20 runs still. No, 20, no, 19. Ocon's gone. My bad. I forgot about Ocon for a brief second.
Very quickly dispatched Alex Albon there, as you say, to get himself up into the top 10. So he's 18.8.
Koulos says he thinks it's going to start raining in the next 10 minutes. You've been predicting it every... Alright, I'm going to start calling you Jeff.
Yeah. I do remember at Austria, this rain is going to stay with us for at least 15 minutes. Like every
15 minutes.
Every time we asked him, he was saying the exact same
race.
thing. Like 15 minutes, 15 minutes.
We know it's the British GP and whether it's the top topic of conversation. Yeah. We just love our weather, apparently.
Oh, the weather
Good old
loves us.
British weather, innit?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not so many overtakes going on at the moment. Lots of cars sitting behind each other.
I feel clusters of like cars just forming. Like
Yeah.
have Max then like just Lando in the middle of, you know, there. So is Piastri.
He's just there.
Yeah, because like he's what almost 2 seconds ahead of Piastri and then 4 seconds behind Verstappen. So, oh, Sainz thinking Plan B. What was Plan B? I forgot.
It means a very different thing in some countries.
I'll let you know. He said. Right.
DRS doesn't seem to be benefiting car behind as much as other tracks. Yeah.
I think some of them are just trying to be a little bit more sensitive and just saving the tires as much as possible rather than just having the RS and going for the moves.
It could be.
Leclerc's boxing.
Yeah, there we go.
See.
Box.
Seems
So,
quite early.
yeah, that's 2-stop territory, unless he's going to go hard to the end. That's
Surely. Even then, it's going to be a bit tricky to get those. Yeah, he's on the hards.
Yep, hard tires going on.
I think he might be able to avoid traffic.
Looks like the Mercedes boys coming out in the pit lane. Could have been
I
Alpha.
mean-
That I've noticed. I'm surprised with the Vries today.
How so?
He's not doing too bad for himself, I think.
He's ahead of Tsunoda, but Tsunoda has stopped.
Yeah,
Which is
still he's
strange.
ahead of both Alpha cars and both Haas, which technically kind of expected to do that, but then again, considering how lackluster his performances have been, not doing too bad for himself.
Yeah. I agree with Mario. Apart from Perez, no one has taken advantage of the close racing. Yeah. Now Russell is released. Does he actually have any pace to catch the McLarens?
Well,
Max.
not really sure.
Max.
Ferrari pit.
Max is watching the TV screens again. It was Alonso earlier in the year. Now it's Max.
Yeah. Alonso and Gasly have been stuck there for ages as well.
Could that benefit Leclerc in any way, considering he's got 32 laps and it on hards? So it's possible. And everyone else around him has still got a pit.
I'd say yes and no. I mean, we know
Yeah.
both from the pre-GP, both from the data for the track, the hard tyres around here are good and they will last forever. But the longer Russell goes, he's going to have fresher tyres at the end. It's that simple, isn't it?
Exactly.
And we all know the first one to pit, then it's susceptible to a safety car and losing out.
Yeah.
Very true.
Oh, Lando.
How many laps can we do at this
Hmm.
pace?
Okay.
Understood.
Welcome to that.
I've got a feeling McLaren at goal hanging a little bit here.
So it must be so distracting as a driver. Like, how long can you hold this pace for? And you're like, well, if you don't ask me the questions, I'll be focused on the driving.
I imagine it also doesn't feel like pure racing as well. It's more, how long can you manage a car at this pace, not how fast can you go. But
Always keep a source in case of safety car at the end. Safety car pit stop takes under 10 seconds. Yeah.
Ideally, yeah. In reality, I think Max is the only one fast enough to consistently save sets of soft tyres in qualifying. Oh, McLaren's thinking about it. Now, who's coming in? Who do you think? I think Piastri.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I reckon Piastri, yeah. Just because I don't know, maybe they're going to try it out with him. See how it goes. And then,
Coolio says both. They're too close together, man. They're
Yeah,
way
they're
too close
too-
together.
They'd lose so much time with a double stack now.
I think. Why is everyone reacting to Ferrari? Leclerc's not fast.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe they're worried about that they'd overtake him later in the race. But
He's also,
Yeah.
he's also stuck behind Stroll. And not catching him particularly. That Ferrari's not looking quick today. I mean, he's doing alright in the top 5 currently, but not quick. And I do agree with you, Koulias, that Russell's tyres are probably fried.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hope is, I think, for Ferrari, that by the time he gets to within a second behind Stroll, they have to pit Stroll.
Technically, those tires are 25 laps old.
That lap time, and another one, he's just crossed the
Well, we know we can one-stop it
to
now.
be fair.
That might be his best lap of this race, but he's 4:10.
That'll be interesting. I'm not sure.
Last particular lap.
Do you know what?
Out in front,
I'm going to change my mind. I think Russell's going to go one-stop strategy. Going to mediums next.
Probably, yeah.
sensible, super little race in third place currently, around about 2.5
I think it makes more sense at this point.
teammate Lando Norris. George Russell running in fourth.
What do you guys think to what Mario said there?
Compound tyres, I'm sure, to a place where they
If
didn't
no one pitting just tells you Ferrari made a mistake with strategy with Leclerc.
whilst he tries to
Maybe it was too early.
Yeah.
Or maybe, yeah.
Cue the clown memes.
gain a little bit on Carlos Sainz, half a second on the last lap, and then Fernando Alonso
Yeah, probably would have stayed out for a few more laps.
by a few hundredths a lap.
Yeah, Koulias, remember you're ahead of us.
And to be honest, at the moment, if it's black and round, it seems to do a 132 with a fast car and a 133.
Yeah, Leclerc's actually losing time to Russell now.
If George Russell pits right now, he comes out ahead of Charles
Yeah, Koulias said that's a new camera. We've seen these cameras before. I like them though.
That's the warm-up issue
The onboard
Gives
cameras.
you proper insight.
with. And so if Mercedes wants it to get George Russell a little
But there's on Russell's camera, it'll be all covered in sweat.
good time to do it.
You can't see anything.
Great camera angle this
And then blames it on rain.
as a driver. Luckily, your eyes and your brain are brilliant at smoothing some of those bumps out. The incredible, control that we have like that. But fundamentally, that is what you see looking through your visor.
Lewis Hamilton making his way past Brooklands.
Hamilton's finally sort of caught signs, but he's been under 2 seconds behind him for 10 laps at least.
A few hundredths in their respective times.
Yeah.
He's passed the technology college.
Alonso has no pace whatsoever.
They come once more and
They just mentioned the technology college, somewhere that Koulias knows very well.
through the middle sector.
Mm-hmm.
He hopes to be chipping away a little bit more at Sainz's advantage. Different race
Should ask them Koulias, be like, next year, can you give all the students a ticket, please?
Yeah, can you give all the students extra work to be done on Sunday? That you have to go in for, if you get my drift.
Yeah. Give me homework on this day.
Right, we're clearly heading into a one-stop race, except for maybe Leclerc, who still hasn't caught Stroll.
Pretty close though. Probably gonna take him a while to get those tires up to MS3.
Yeah, it's around about 0.6 of a second. Did get down to 4/10s, did get up to 7 and a bit tenths.
Right, I
He
think
might be within the RS range.
We know how Fernando will play the long game.
right, it's worth reminding you two of your predictions for the race.
Should there be a safety car,
Sarah,
what have you, there,
rain in the race or qualifying?
disappear that disadvantage that he's got. So
But a little bit of both.
I would
Drizzle. Didn't say how much it was
That's
gonna rain
not
by.
rain. It's drizzle.
I didn't say how much it was gonna rain by. It's water that
That's
goes
true.
like that. So
I'm not
technically,
accepting it. No.
I accept it.
You're
There was
not-
mixed conditions.
You're not getting.
Yesterday,
You are not getting the
and there
point
was
on
a
that
little
one.
bit of drizzle. You threw me out of the point here, man. Like,
Oh, you did say
drizzle
qualifying.
is rain.
You did say qualifying.
It did in qualifying just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, technically, it was wet before it started.
No, but then it also rained just a little bit. Not too much. But it did.
Stretching the explanation a lot. Anywho, red flag during the race.
Not yet.
Not so much.
Double top 5 finish for Ferrari.
I should have switched back to my.
Yeah.
to McLaren.
And Mercedes
Double top
DNF.
finish.
Oh what?
The Mercedes DNF.
Oh,
Sorry, Mercedes. No hard feelings in that.
no hard feelings with the McLaren.
No.
Yeah.
Pedro, your ones were Alonso pole.
Clearly not.
That was aged well. One McLaren in top 10 in qualifying.
Both of them, so
Albon finishes at least P8.
not at the moment.
Hamilton qualifies P4.
Not at all.
And Kudo says it's definitely going to rain during the race. Well,
Well,
we'll see.
I'm just basically looking good at the moment. He's getting close to signs. Yeah. He's not quite in DRS just yet. He's getting there. He's
also, I can't
definitely
believe
getting there.
Also, I can't believe that the riskiest prediction or the boldest prediction I made was the only one I got right so far.
Oh, okay. There goes Leclerc and Stroll finally.
Yeah.
My predictions were McLaren double points,
Mhm.
Hulk
Okay.
Q3 appearance. That didn't happen. Albon points, a Red Bull
Currently.
DNF. Ambitious, I know. And both Alphas out in Q1, which I think they were. But don't quote me.
Bottas made it into Q2.
He got 15th, didn't he?
Yep.
But technically, he'd have got disqualified. So.
Well, I'm not going to give myself a point for that. Then again, he didn't have the fuel, so what do you got? Ooh. I'm having the point. If you're having the
Are you
rain
not
one,
giving me? Are you not
No,
giving the
no.
point?
if you're having the rain one, I'm having the point for that.
Alright, deal.
I do think we need to define when we say it's going to rain. Requires
How much
change of tyres is going to be the defining point.
Alright.
Oh,
Next race,
thanks.
though. Not my race. Not this race. It's one stop race, and Leclerc, with used old tyres at the end of the race, will lose so many places. Potentially.
Sainz is gonna pit this lap.
Is he?
Did say box.
There he goes. Ooh, that was close.
Are you a couple of seconds ahead of me and Sarah?
Probably. I just saw him
About
walk
two.
up, going into the pit entry.
We're seeing that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
The way they actually do the speed for the pit lane is you can go over. It's over the speed going in, but it's an average of that bit of the pit lane. So as long as they slow down afterwards, they're fine. That was a quick ass stop.
yeah, that was for Ferrari standards. That was pretty decent.
Ferrari standards. Max gap to Russell is consistent to previous GPs. It's amazing that McLaren gained so much pace.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice to see.
Yeah,
Let's hope that they can hold on to it.
especially
far.
considering that I saw someone analyzing some data, and apparently McLaren is still the draggiest car out of them all. So.
Yeah, it took 20 something laps for him to get past Hamilton at Austria last weekend, and Mercedes is a draggy-ish car too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say it's very draggy. Alright.
How is Russell still on those softs?
Yeah, that is a bit of a mystery.
Okay.
How are the hard tyres looking on this? I'm
You know, at this
Don't go on
point,
the hard.
at this point, I'd almost be thinking softs.
Softs, yeah. I was
mean-
gonna say.
It's going to depend on the tyre wear for each individual car.
And if it rains.
True.
Don't go on the hard tyres.
It's the safe option though, isn't it? It's not the fun option, it's the
Yeah.
safe option.
No, but can't I just go I suppose, yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Russell's going to probably go mediums or hard. Well, he's got to go mediums and or hards. I hope mediums.
Yeah.
Everyone else is probably... Someone out there has got to go for soft tyres to have a bit of fun, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at this rate, if Russell keeps going for a few more laps up until, like, I'd say lap 32, even then, I think if he wants to go for the mediums now, he'd still make it to the end
Yeah.
quite easily, considering how much he's made those tires last, those softs.
Hey, Mandy. Welcome to the watch along.
Oh, saying that,
Softs can mean no soft available.
Box.
for Russell,
Depends
finally.
on how many tyres each driver has available. True.
What tyres are you going to go on? I'm going to say soft. No. Medium. Medium. That's the one.
I'm gonna back mediums.
Come on,
mediums, yeah.
Russell.
There you go.
Cool.
Medium.
Someone's got a bit of racing spirit. Thank you, Russell. Not a great stop, though.
Oh yeah, a bit of a slow stop.
4 and a bit seconds.
Perez, what is he going to do? Perez 2.4, did he go on to the softs then?
Okay.
A couple of laps ago, Russell could have pitted and got out ahead of Charles Leclerc. This time around, though, they might have left it a bit too long.
Piastri.
Russell comes out behind Charles Leclerc.
Stevie says tyres are holding up very well. I agree. Better than what's been expected. Oh, pastry's coming in.
Yeah. Perez switched to the softs.
Pastry's going into the oven.
Oh god.
Chicken and steak bake.
Oh. But is it gonna be medium cooked or no? It's gonna be hard cooked or soft cooked.
Soft cook. Oh,
You've taken this
Looks like
analogy
a
too far.
looks like the heart, unfortunately.
Okay. We expected that. As much as I think it's the right decision, I am surprised they've gone for Piastri first, because historically the McLaren top driver in front gets to pit first.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they are going soft tyres for Norris and safe option for Piastri.
Probably.
If Norris can go hang for a few more laps, then just stick a set of softs on to the end.
Oh, and if it doesn't rain, I'm firing Koulios as our weatherman.
Obviously, Verstappen hasn't pitted either yet.
True.
He hasn't.
Top 5 still haven't pitted.
On the heart.
The signs went to hard tyres as well.
Yeah. Set the fastest lap now.
Hang on, Sainz has come out behind Russell. Hang on, was he? He was behind Russell anyway, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. It was Leclerc that was ahead, right. Yeah, and Stevie says, why hards? Russell just did 29 laps on the softs. But as Mario has said, and I do agree, it depends on what state of tyres that they've got left in the bank. They might have nuked them all in qualifying.
Yeah, because even these softs that Russell was using were already used.
Mario says lap 35 for softs. I would think lighter class today should last well.
I think that's what I did in the pre-GP. There or thereabouts. Hang on, did I? Can't remember now. That was last night. That was ages ago.
Lewis Hamilton pits now because of the pace of Carlos Sainz. He'll come out about half a second.
Okay, so we've had... Russell's going to have to sort of lunge Leclerc to get past him, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got to do it quick.
Just set the fastest lap as well.
Exhibit A.
Paris fastest lap. Not by much though. Not by much.
Onto the softs.
The entire top 5 is yet to pit,
That's ambitious for
On the
Perez.
softs.
and so is Albon.
Here we go. Russell around the outside.
What did you say, Sarah?
Prayers on the softs.
Oh, oh, oh!
Yeah.
Round the outside, left field. No, that is a pass.
Yeah.
Oh, completely missed that.
Fair play.
Nice.
That was good.
You're right.
Stevie says, nice.
Want to see a Hamilton with softs at the end of the race?
Yep.
I mean, it's possible at the moment.
It did though, yeah.
I kind of want to see the pace of Piastri on the hard tyres to see what he's able to do. If it's any quicker than Norris on old tyres.
He just went past Gasly, I believe, who is speeding.
It's the chrome. It makes them faster. Uses a lot of RAM though. Wait, that's something else, isn't it?
Oh god.
What?
I wonder what they're going to do with Norris now.
Gasly going for the softs.
And curious, Hamilton hasn't pitted. That's out. Top 4 have not pitted.
Yeah, out of the top 10, only Albon and the top 4 haven't pitted.
And all Bottas and Magnussen.
You know,
Who,
Piastri could do, like, he could probably really benefit from that at the moment.
he might be undercutting Norris if it carries on the way. That's why I want to see. That's why I want to see his pace compared to Norris. I want to see what the delta is between them.
Hmm.
I think he's got him quite easily, actually, by 6 seconds or so. Perez on the soft tyre, Gasly going to the soft tyre.
At the moment, if Max pits, he does come out behind Hamilton.
On this so-called one-stop race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kulas, remember, you are ahead of us.
Yes, Kyrgios.
This could, in fact, be a safety car.
Oh,
What's happened? Oh,
That could be a red flag.
yellow flag. It's like they're gonna do Magnussen again. He's having no luck whatsoever. VSC.
That's a red flag. Easy red flag.
VSC for
Oh,
now.
that is going to bone Piastri and Russell.
Yeah.
to safety car. Oh, that.
Wow.
VSC, come on.
Yeah. Leclerc is speeding.
Leclerc's pitting.
Yeah.
What are Ferrari doing? I know one of their engines is
Albon
on
is
fire.
pitted as well. Is he going on to the softs then?
Well, that's the only logical thing to do, isn't it, at this point?
Mediums. Mediums.
Better than hard
okay.
tyres. Norris box.
Ooh, he almost overtook Albon as well.
Oh!
That was close.
Oh my god. What's all going on?
How's this VSC?
I don't know either.
Oh,
Oh, Hamilton is
I
boxing.
thought it would have been full safety car considering the smoke.
Yeah. Like, he's right in the middle of the track as well.
Between the two safety car lines, you've got a different delta to live with because you've got a pit stop going on.
How on earth have they safety card this?
Yeah,
No, but-
I don't know either.
What?
Oh, safety car now. Yeah, full safety car.
Merritt, I will say that none of them's lost out yet. Anyone who has already pitted will lose more time compared to the ones actually under safety car.
Yeah.
So this benefits
Max
Max,
and
Norris, Hamilton and Alonso amazingly. Even Russell to some extent.
Yep.
First, Leclerc went on the mediums.
Might be all he's
It's
got.
another wonder for Ferrari. Oh, Max is
No,
on
but
the
like,
soft.
why did they put him in the hards in the first place then? Like,
Just Ferrari thing.
You take care, Nick. Feel free to hang with us if you want.
yeah, I see you later, Nick, and
Lando,
Yeah.
what tires is he on?
Look at
Is he on
the
the hards? Sorry, did I just see Lando go to the hards?
I didn't see. I couldn't see the wheel rim. Lewis is going softs. Has Verstappen pitted? We haven't seen.
Yeah,
He has. Yeah, he went to the soft.
So what has Norris done?
That's what I'm trying to see. I think he went on the hards.
Oh, please no.
So that's stupid if they've done that.
Yep, he's on the hards.
Oh.
McLaren, what are you doing?
McLaren, we've already got one Ferrari team. We don't need two.
Like, literally, the chance to like, get a driver on the podium.
That's
Just
dumb.
put him on the hard tires.
That's
18
dumb.
laps from the end.
The positions on the tire there quickly. 3 positions, losing 3 positions. To who on the tire? To who on the
Well,
That is really dumb if they've purposely chosen hards.
Your call.
like, what is their thinking? Like, they go 30-something laps on the mediums, and then they're like, yeah, let's just do the last 18 on the hards.
Bear in mind, 3 or 4 of these laps are going to be safety car as
Safety
well.
car, yeah.
So it's only going to be 14, 15 racing laps.
Considering it takes a while for those hards to start working properly.
Especially after a safety car, yeah.
And Lando is gonna be like swollen at the start, like he's Verstappen and Hamilton on the softs. Yeah, that looks like a strategy blunder to me. If I've ever seen one.
We were debating it quite a bit, so we'll see.
Yeah, that engine is gone.
Yep, that's a fire at the exhaust.
I think we'll find out here shortly if that was the right decision.
I'd say that's oil.
He did have that issue yesterday in qualifying, so I'm surprised that the same thing possibly happened again.
Ferrari power units.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting sprint to the finish.
The question is, does Norris have the pace to hold off, say, Hamilton?
Well, it's
Not
not
really
necessarily
sure.
the pace, is it? It's going to be if the tyres have come alive yet or not.
From this Silverstone British Grand Prix, along with Esteban Ocon, who stopped earlier with a hydraulic issue, and that makes the only safety car free race.
Let's be real, if they did have the tyres, they should have gone to the softs. If they didn't,
Yeah.
then obviously the hards was their only option.
Yeah,
But
but
they're gonna break so many like fans' hearts if like just doesn't go very well.
yeah.
Yeah, he had stayed out, but he did just box. Alright.
I think Russell's annoyed that Lewis has got ahead of him by not
Come
by
on,
goal
Julius,
hanging.
stop.
Also, Kulios, where's this rain?
George is complaining about something that he did and pretty much tried to do in all of the races last season, which is a bit ironic.
They may just have to set up and
Same Mary, it will hurt like a bee's thing. If it will fall like that.
So let's try and fill you in on the strategy.
Stevie says, well, presuming he's on Norris, is he going to have enough temp in those hards compared to Hamilton on softs? That's going to be the whole problem.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I don't think anyone's debating who's going to win this, but what's going to happen to the McLarens? That's
Yeah. The main concern right now.
oh, it's either going to be brilliance or stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
So, Adrian Newey or Ferrari, ends of the spectrum. But for no fault of his own, Piastri has lost what might be his inaugural podium. seemingly.
Carlos Sainz. Such a mixture with what might be about 14 laps to go by the time we get racing again.
Yeah, and it's not really far enough, is it, to say I need the endurance of the hard compound tyre, and there'll be a struggle to warm up.
What happened
They will
here?
be under pressure on the restart from those behind them with medium.
Yeah, we are seeing Russell's overtake again.
This was George Russell's attempt to get
That was a
past
move and a
Charles
half.
Leclerc,
It was.
who put the manners on him a little bit going into Brooklyn.
The hard tyres are going to be
But,
awful.
we don't need to do that. I'm going to pass you going around Luffield anyway.
Nice job, Buffalo girls.
I know he was on the mediums, but still. Pretty impressive.
Kareem Chandler, when did George Russell hit on those soft compound tyres? He ran them right from the start.
Yeah, he did 28 laps on that first stint. And it's worth keeping in mind that the used tyres that Martin
The car is still smoking in the background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now they are tilting it all around and watching the oil potentially drop out the side.
So, you know, looking at it now, Crofty, they've only got to do 15 laps on low fuel, on a rubber-in track. Should be easy.
Yes, you shouldn't have to.
It'll take 2 to 3 laps to get up to temperature after tyre blankets, imagine after safety car laps. Yeah.
I'd imagine that. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I bet we'll see how it pans out. The McLaren has just been playing fast anyway through the Grand Prix, so they've got that in their pockets. They've got a fast car, 2 fast drivers.
This is a view that Pedro sees
had their chances again.
at the pre-GPs with like me just the rear view mirror and then like what Max was doing there, getting right up to the safety car like.
You overtake everyone under the formation lap.
Lovely head of you.
I didn't yesterday.
Wonderful.
No, Tree behaved. Although we did get overtaken by all the AI in the last sector.
No.
At one
Sounds a bit
point,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, I had Lance Stroll inside me. That was weird.
Another tyre.
Very good. You got the idea after Buffalo girls, haven't you? Yeah, good. It's great place, good catch.
I've seen this car
Hello,
again.
he's watching. Right. That
To be
means
fair, they've been
McLaren have
fairly good with replays today. They've not overdone it.
because they've had so many
No.
issues with tyre degradation in previous races, and because they knew that that wasn't really going to be solved here instantly, and because this track is very hard on tyres. So I think really they were always going to think about going to the hard tyre. We'll see, but I just referred you back.
Okay, it can't be too much longer. It's got to be 1 or so more laps, and then we're going to
Yeah.
have,
That's Sherwood new, I believe, in the
yeah, safety car in.
had a brake
I
issue.
think it might go at the end of this lap.
He's only just pitted under the safety, just before the
Like,
safety
the track should be clear now.
Thinking about his brakes not feeling correct. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, Lando clearly doesn't like it. Or just remember what
Even Kulo said we don't need to see the start of the race again.
attack.
Well, at the moment, there's not much going on.
Some cars and new stuff, whoever has fresher stuff will make good progress and be on good pace at the end. Yeah.
Lando Norris starting on the front row. Lewis Hamilton potentially finishing on the podium, along with maybe Lando Norris too. The race on behind Max Verstappen, but you know what, Martin? This could be the closest race finish we've had for
Yeah,
some
there's a
time.
lot of racing to go yet with the different tyre strategies.
Okay, so 15 laps left to go.
Having got Russell as Russell warms those medium compound tyres up, but they were new when they went on. So we're going to see, I think you're going to see 2 of the widest McLarens ever known for a couple of laps until they get those tyres in the window. With Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso.
Do we know what Ocon retired for?
Experience, they know where their chances
Don't think they said.
in the first few corners of the restart.
Yeah, well, the safety car very
That's
much
it.
playing into the hands of the likes of Fernando Alonso,
Sorry.
who's going long in a car that
Do we know the reason why Ocon retired yet?
now the soft tyre might have its advantage.
I can investigate that.
So Kevin Magnussen has been recovered.
It can be our man on the ground.
Safety car in this lap. It's a little bit late into the lap, but it's a shame.
Yeah.
But it could go.
I don't think it is, sadly. So, well, one more
Hydraulic
lap on the
leak,
safety car,
apparently.
one less lap at full pelt for those soft
It's fair they
tyres.
stop them.
And we are status 4
Mm.
is the end. Yeah, we'll go first.
And so Sainz has lost out. He's dropped down to 10% with 10 lap old hard tyres. So he's. Well, it is worth saying the numbers that we're seeing on the screen at the moment include under safety car. So. And the Ferrari's got boned because of that safety car. But it's always the risk in F1. If you pit before a safety car, you never know when they're going to come out, do you?
The safety car
Yeah.
is not exposed to track limits penalties because he's way off the road coming into the pit straight there.
He is driving though, giving it full beats, Berg Mailander, and will be coming in at the end of this lap.
Mario says his prediction of 3 Brits on podium will now just be 2 and Lando replaced by Max.
Again, very shortly. 2 British drivers in the top 3.
Quite possible.
We have to go back to 1999.
Prior to pitting, apparently Norris's radio calls, I think that's soft tyre, just think about it please, a soft tyre.
Eddie Irvine finished second. David
So problem is, the last time he did that, I went, I want this tyre. Do you remember what race it was?
Yeah, 3 Brits in the top 5 for that matter.
Sochi.
Yep. And then he could have won.
If he'd have listened to the team. So I would imagine that's very much in his mindset. He's going, okay, I should listen to the team. It doesn't feel like the right decision. But
Safety car in this lap.
obviously very different conditions, wet weather. Not that I'm bringing it up again, Kulios.
Even if they had no new softs, could they have used a set of old softs and still got to the end?
Yeah, I believe so.
Depends
Russell
on,
started on used softs.
Yeah.
depends on how many laps they did in qualifying on them.
Mhm.
If it was only 3, I would have gone with them. Brundle was just saying that McLaren have had bad tyre wear all year. So maybe it's a bit of paranoia in there.
Yeah, like it's the safest option in the end, but
Not the funnest.
yeah.
So Hamilton is going to be going nuts with this one. He's going to want to get on the back of Norris and past him quickly. He's already there.
Yeah.
Mum.
Yeah, Norris is struggling with tyre temperature, clearly. But there's not a big delta between the tyres on this one. It's probably more the warm-up period.
No DRS for 2 laps after the safety car. Norris knows he's got to break the
Oh,
slipstream.
Hamilton is tidying up the move.
Oh.
Is he going to do the same Russell did? Oh,
Oh.
Oh, wheel to wheel, wheel to wheel.
nice defending there from Lando. Even
Fair
if a bit
play.
aggressive.
Hamilton's still going to be
They're
coming for him.
already- They're already 2 seconds behind Verstappen.
Yeah, they're fighting.
Oh. Held my breath there, I was like, please don't repeat.
I'm curious how Alonso will do after this restart, actually, considering he's on the softs.
So it's Max Verstappen and then the race behind him.
Mm-hmm.
As per
Just the
normal.
usual stuff, you know. Just your usual F1 weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh?
That's why Hamilton's so desperate to try and get past before they got to Cops. But that was stellar defending from Lando Norris.
I mean, think what you want. I think that was fair play from Norris. He's doing his damnedest to hold off Lewis, and he's not moving twice.
Yeah.
He's not squeezing him off the track.
Doing what other people would do to him, basically.
Norris is getting square coming out of the corner, so he's trying to get as much top speed out of the car as possible.
Oh, Lewis up the ins. Is he going to go up the inside?
He can Norris has ran wide. He's going to have a good exit though. He'll have a good exit. Lewis won't
no.
have.
Come on.
Oh no, what am I seeing here?
Oh, this ended painfully a couple of years ago.
He backed off. Hamilton backed off.
Yeah, he's learned.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, Norris caught a bit squirrely coming through Luffield, I think it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Stroll's left the track somewhere. Nobody cares.
Oh, Russell is complaining.
That's nice of Russell to say. But I would imagine Piastri and Norris are just dumping all of their battery on the straights. That
Yeah,
you
but-
shall not pass.
Yeah. Well, DRS enabled, so if the Mercedes want to make a move,
Gonna be this lap.
gonna be their best chance probably, whilst the tires are still good.
Hamilton is dropping a little bit. He may... Oh, he's just going to have DRS, I think.
Yeah, he is.
And for those that don't know, DRS is the drag reduction system, the little slot in the rear wing. So Norris is... He's done well there.
How did Alonso not get DRS? Oh no, that was Stroll, sorry.
I do agree with Koulos. If Norris can hold Hamilton off for about 10 laps until the soft tyres start going away a little bit, then yeah, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, I'm surprised that McLaren and the Haas, we literally all thought that they would like fall off.
Yeah.
Alright, Stroll making an illegal pass on Gasly. Ooh, Gasly lost out massively because of that safety car. He was running 5th at the time.
See?
He was.
They might. Maybe we were too quick to jump. I don't know. If the Mercedes can then get up the road, it's going to be harder for the McLaren to pass them.
Yeah.
Considering they have only got 10 laps left.
Checo is getting close to Sainz now.
It's not a good recovery drive from Sergio,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah.
No.
And Sainz has got old, hard tyres as well.
Yep. Oh, Verstappen says that the tire doesn't feel good. Watch him set the fastest lap next lap.
I would be surprised if he didn't. Yep, and Hamilton following so closely, he's only going to ruin his tyres. But then again, look how... Yeah, he's close. He's very close.
He just isn't going for the move.
Not there.
Oh, we lost so much time there at the exit of... Where's that corner? I forgot the name of it. Was it Beckett's?
Maggots and Beckett's, yeah.
No, Chapel, that's what I meant. Yeah, Beckett's Chapel. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he lost a good half a second in there.
Yep.
Looks like Lewis is much quicker on the slow bits of track, and Norris has got the grip through the high speed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what Sarah was explaining at the beginning with the setups from Lando's and Piastri's cars.
Alonso's dropped off from Russell again.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think this is going to be the most entertaining 10 laps, last 10 laps of the whole
Let's
season
hope
so
so.
far.
I hope so. Albon. Oh, Albon points. I might be getting another point.
Oh, Stroll's incident wasn't investigated. Okay.
Yeah, that's weird, considering he passed Gasly off the track.
Hmm.
Okay, stewards.
Black and white flag.
What?
I
And then
could
a black and white...
seriously-
Oh! That doesn't make any sense.
Just by a few hundredths in the first part of that complex, Norris eases ahead. Now he's gained about 2/10
No more investigation required. Black and white flag. What?
and they get onto the next straight. Such is
Okay.
excellent help.
Oh, Perez on the Ferrari.
Such is Sergio Perez's frustration once more. He's still
Oh,
Carlos Sainz.
went for it.
This is going to be a
Oh
dive.
Oh my god, he went for it.
Well, down the inside then goes Sergio Perez.
Oh.
Rail chicane. Carlos Sainz holds him up for the first part.
Oh, he's made it.
Through goes
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wait.
here comes... Was that Albon? On the back of...
There's a bit of the action.
What a move.
And that's the Williams move.
Oh, and this Leclerc also going to overtake him now.
So,
He is. Oh my. Sainz just lost 3 places like that.
night before, Stroll's on his back as well.
Oh my god. Albon,
my
just
God.
stay in that position, please, as well.
Saying it.
So I can get another prediction right.
Yeah,
Ferrari inside the top 10.
that was a good one.
Oh. Oh, Zach Gasly.
Gasly running outside the Stroll. Are you mad?
He's going to overtake Sainz as well.
Some good passing going on here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was about an inch between that front wing and that tyre as well.
Yeah.
So I'm still not given an advantage. The question is, will they drop off on the last laps? Might have the two McLarens and Ferrari on a podium.
Ferrari on the
Wow.
podium.
Ferrari, that's a bit ambitious.
That's very ambitious.
I don't think the Ferraris are gonna.
Mm.
Hmm.
Maybe.
And Hamilton has,
Wait,
in fact, lost a lot of time.
Hamilton. She dropped back so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kudos mentioned it a moment ago, but we were busy watching the other stuff going on. Ferrari strategy causing chaos. Wouldn't be anything else, Stevie. Wouldn't be anything else. Albon,
wondering.
points.
I am wondering, has Sainz got some sort of an issue with the car as well? Because it seems a bit unusual that he was like having some sort of decent pace. I do know that people around him have softer tires, but still.
Softer tyres, and he was
Suspicious.
forced out a little bit off the racing line.
Onto the marbles, off the line.
Gasly
One
again.
car down the inside, another one follows through. But he does look like he's actually starting to struggle because he's on. Yeah, he's being passed around the outside now.
That's not. Oh, he's coming back for it though.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
close. That was close.
Yeah, the Ferrari and the Haas doesn't seem to work as good as the McLaren does.
Keep an eye on that distance between Norris and Verstappen.
Yeah. 3.3 still. That's not too bad.
It was about 3.5 a second ago. It's coming down.
3.3.
Imagine Lando wins this.
But don't, like.
It would be like redemption story and a half. Oh, what happened to Gasly? It's got a puncture, I believe.
Yeah, I think Sainz has clipped his rear wheel.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see the steering wheel is at 45 degrees. Yeah, and he's crabbing across the road.
Please just get back to the pits, don't pull over. Please, don't. Just keep going. Keep going, get right back around, go into the pits. Please don't pull over. Get back.
Checo's getting close to Alonso.
Alonso has historically got one of the widest cars in the world, so we'll see if he's going to let a Red Bull through.
Get Alonso for P6. He'll do well to catch Russell and Piastri after that, so that might be the best he can achieve today, but who knows what will happen in these last
The gap is very much stable between Norris and Verstappen. Hamilton's falling away.
the help of DRS from anybody in front.
Piastri's got good, solid pace.
Come on,
Yeah,
Piastri,
he's getting
overtake
closer.
him.
He's getting somewhat closer to Hamilton, but not by much. Oh,
If
Checo.
Mac drops
There he goes.
his pace from the last 2 laps, it's easily 4 seconds. Maybe.
Stevie, P4 for McLaren in constructors like this. Possibly.
Yeah,
I mean,
they'll definitely be overtaking Alpine.
yeah, and then they've just got to catch Ferrari, who are picking up 3 points today, at most.
But they're over, like, I'd say at least 70 points.
Yeah,
Have to check the standings as they are now.
I'm on it. You're on it as well, aren't you?
That was
Yep.
Stroll, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
Stroll again.
Oh, Stroll caused it.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it back. It wasn't. Oh, they did that to each other, kind of. Yeah, Gasly kind of
Ferrari.
forced him wide a little bit.
It does look like it, to be fair. Unnecessary.
Yeah, and then Stroll's come in hot as well.
Lewis has cooked his
Yeah.
tyres, Crofty. In all that fighting earlier, Lewis cooked his
Oh,
tyres. and his
Albon is in Alonso's DRS
tyres
range,
wall that they
I
have lost the
believe.
grip. The reassuring message back
Oh.
from Bono, Peter Bonington, is that if you cool the grip,
Saying that, Alonso is still in Perez's DRS.
they might
Interesting.
last.
Suspension damage for Gasly.
Bit of trickiness. They just have to treat
Ouch.
them right.
Oh, it was
I'm
suspension.
seeing the standings here. So Ferrari at this point have 154 points.
Very slowly. It was 2 seconds the gap Norris.
McLaren have 29, so they'll definitely overtake Alpine.
Gasly has made it back into the pits. That's him to retire.
They'd still be, as it stands, how many?
For Alpine.
So it will be 18 points for Norris and 12 for Piastri, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
So they have 30 points. They've gone to 69 points. So they I can see you're
I
you're
saw
right.
midnight. I would say I saw Midnight's reaction to that. He just sat there giggling into himself like.
I didn't say anything.
I know, it's just you're like,
What the?
yeah.
So they'd be 85 points. No, because Ferrari is going to score points.
Black and white flag for Russell. 4 laps remaining.
I think they'd be 82 points behind Ferrari as it stands.
It's doable.
Mathing.
It's doable with the performance of Ferrari at the moment.
But we don't care about you, Shakira, right now. We want to see the race.
Wherever and whenever she is, we don't care. Do I do it again?
Oh, Leclerc is getting close to Albon again.
Norris, final warning on track limits.
Norris, please,
Lando, come on.
please, please.
Stop. 2 laps to go.
Julius wonders
stop.
what Verstappen's tyres are like. Black.
3, 4 laps. Just stop, Lando. No need for that.
Yeah, he's still only got a gap of 1.5 seconds to Hamilton, who will be thinking chuck it up the inside at this point.
And I'm not going to jinx it because the gods aren't listening, and neither is Lando Norris or Oscar Piastri. To try and take a podium for the first time since 2010 at Silverstone, it's going to be absolutely mega for them. Piastri.
Oh, come on, Albon get 7th. Come on, I dare you.
Hamilton just staying ahead.
Yeah.
Four places since the start of this race to move into the.
I mean, I'm fine if he finishes where he is now.
9 places he's gained in this race. He's got past Fernando Alonso, as we saw. He's closing in on George Russell, but not quick enough to put Russell under pressure.
Yeah, true, Mario. If Hamilton can stay there, it's a result for the Mercedes as well.
Otherwise, you can carry more speed through a corner. You're just cheating, basically. You're carrying more apex speed. You're running wider, and you're gaining an advantage, just like in any other line that defines a sporting arena, a sporting pitch.
Alonso hasn't got DRS. Crucially, Alex Albon behind him has.
I am just watching the times between Albon, Leclerc, and Alonso at the moment.
I dare say Fernando
Yeah.
might feel these are the longest 3 laps of his
Oh dear, Ferrari strategy was simply Italian today. I don't know what you're on about.
here against the slippery and speedy
It's a me, Ferrari.
line behind it. And Lance Stroll, his teammate,
It's me one last night.
5-second penalty for
It is.
causing a
Lance Stroll penalty.
Quite lenient, actually, because it took another driver out of the race.
Yeah, 5 seconds. That's nothing. I mean, he's not even in the points anyway.
Came into the side of another car from off the track. So I think he's got away quite lightly there.
Are they still doing reprimands and all that sort of thing? And points for the licenses?
decent start for his final flying lap. He's tangled with Gasly.
Don't hear about it these days.
The race has cost him a 5-second penalty.
Yeah, they are, but
Disappointing weekend.
I don't think any proper incidents that's required.
Ooh. Sorry, Albon got close to the back of Alonso there.
And also, yeah, Mario.
With that,
I agree with that.
Charles Leclerc too.
Although Albon in that Williams just seems to,
3.5 seconds, pretty much the
I
gap
don't know, just
between
sorry about it.
Max
It's just
Verstappen and Lewis
Pedro, what was the
Hamilton.
factoid that you said
Doing
about
really
Albon
well.
yesterday?
Verstappen on his way to an 11th
What, sorry?
consecutive
What was the interesting point of view about Albon that you said yesterday?
in history.
Oh, if they don't extend their contract with Sainz, Albon could be the option for that second seat at Ferrari. And Red Bull is keeping close eyes on him as well.
Would you go back to Red Bull though, considering what they did to him?
Personally, even though it's a competitive car, I wouldn't.
2 laps to go as Florence Pugh, I think, has a checkered flag in her
I have no idea who she is.
for her starring role at the British Grand Prix this season.
I don't know. I don't think I've watched anything with her in it.
Who I hear are going to be on the grid, and I said to her,
I kind of vaguely know, but I don't really know.
with your short pink hair,
Having celebrities do the checker flag all the time, I genuinely think it should be prominent people within motorsport.
Something like that.
Mm.
Down the straight we go. Down the Wellington
Hey, it's up to
straight
each
we
track,
go.
I suppose.
Oh,
DRS. Charles
Albon.
DRS. Fernando Alonso hasn't got DRS, but he has got the advantage.
Albon's getting closer and
The
closer.
advantage of 7
Yes.
points currently.
He takes a very tight line through Luffield compared to Alonso, and always a little bit deceptive. Alonso always sets himself up for high exit speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit. If you ever watch older F1 with Vettel and Webber in Red Bull, Webber was always quicker through the corner. Vettel always took a wider line to come out faster.
remember when
Mhm.
Fernando was saying, I'm going to be on the podium
Interesting.
every race for the rest of it. He was so comfortable and confident in his Aston Martin that
I think Marius just echoed what I was thinking.
with the much improved Williams of Alex Albon.
True.
It'll be a different story by the time we get to Hungary, different track.
Someone who's gone a bit under the radar, Sargent.
Yeah,
Doing pretty well for himself.
kudos to him. Right, final lap, ladies and gents.
Great news for Lando Norris. Lando Norris
Let's
There we go.
go.
behind has said that
It's gonna be an exciting battle for seventh.
no rear left. He says to his
Yeah, it looks like the top 6 are all chilled out now. It's just this battle.
Oh, Sainz is closing in on that battle as well. But
Yeah,
realistically,
Albon's gone very narrow, but he's going to have DRS as well.
oh, Charles, what is he going to do?
Albon, dump the battery, dump the battery. He's going to push him to the outside. Yeah, so now Albon's now the prey rather than the predator.
Down at Luffield, and on either occasion, he can't get past the Williams, and this is helping Fernando Alonso stay out in front. And as they hurtle towards Cops Corner, the race leader making his way out
Okay, the final time through Cops.
the hanger straight for one last
But Alonso's
time.
begging for this.
Who's won the 70th
Like, no more.
anniversary here at Silverstone.
Yeah.
Never won the British Grand Prix. Is
What is gonna happen here?
Leclerc trying to gain on Alex Albon on this
Good exit there from Albon.
managing it, and whilst we look at
He was getting close to Alonso. Like, no one cares about Max now. Come on.
Oh,
They've got
how
to show
close
it.
Piastri is. No.
He's gotten close,
Piastri
Hamilton.
losing the RS range there. Yeah. Less than a second. Didn't even see what happened there through Stowe and all those corners.
Yeah, they're always going to show the guys finishing them, I'm afraid.
Well, saying that, Albon, stellar performance. Once again.
Absolutely. I mean, that is a cracking performance from
Team
not
McLaren.
most of them, actually.
Team McLaren was the highlight of this weekend.
Uh-huh. I'm sad for Piastri though. Got so close. Still.
Yeah.
Few corners left. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he got screwed by that safety car.
But nevertheless, for a rookie,
Yeah.
he's
Still
doing
very impressive.
amazing.
And then a second
Yeah.
and a fourth, Piastri will be
He was like his last lap was quicker than, yeah, was the quickest out of all the other people. Shows something, I guess. Yeah. Here you go. Well done.
Yeah, great job. Great job, guys. 11 in a row, that's pretty crazy. Well done.
yeah, Piastri.
Well done to all the drivers.
Pitted
Yeah, they've all
same
more or less,
showed up on the
behaved pretty damn well.
dearly, cost him a podium.
Mm-hmm.
He led the race in the opening stages, started brilliantly. Lando Norris.
Yeah, and well done to Lando, P2. I mean, that's
Yeah.
exactly what they needed.
And B2, great job, man. Vamos! Great job.
Podium in my home race. Podium in our home race.
And 11 wins in a row from
Yeah, man. Fantastic body.
Verstappen. That is
Great job. What's this gonna be?
unreal.
Great job.
Yeah.
Or was that 11 wins in a row for Red Bull?
Sixth constructor to finish on the podium this
Don't
season.
remember now.
More than half
Kudos says straight away, first things first, I'm going to say that Lando Norris is deserved to be A rank.
Yes. I'd argue A star.
I was gonna say, like,
there are signs of revival for
But
McLaren.
guys, just to put this into perspective, McLaren have scored
For Mercedes too.
one more point in this race than they have scored all season.
That's an awesome
it's
day, mate.
insane.
Really great drive. Yeah, thanks, man.
And imagine if Piastri got onto the podium as well.
Oh no.
Well, it's through no fault of his own he hasn't.
Yeah, exactly. I just got screwed by the timing of the safety car. These things happen,
Lewis was off the road
unfortunately,
in
but
the opening lap of the Grand Prix.
I think the British won't mind to see Hamilton on the podium.
No, honestly, I'm really happy that Hamilton's on the podium, but I just a little bit for Piastri because, again, like you say, no fault of his own. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for that safety car, he could have happily held third as well. Which is insane to think that he's just a rookie. Like,
And battling with the likes of Leclerc and Sainz, Perez, Hamilton.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that is cracking racing from the
not
rookie there.
being too far off from Lando.
mm,
Not being too far off from Lando all season, like in qualifying especially.
Yeah,
Been pretty close to.
I think he's got
Even though
potential.
the
I think he's got potential.
sorry,
I think Piastri's got potential.
yeah, definitely.
He's all right.
I mean, you just don't go from winning all those championships in a row like in your rookie year, like without showing that you have something in here.
You can read him so well. People like him. Wherever I go, whenever I meet fans at events, his name comes up very, very frequently.
very happy.
So yeah, 11 wins in a row for Red Bull. That's mad. I think that matches McLaren in 1988
But he has never managed
with the MP44.
victories in his career, which is something Max Verstappen did.
They're saying that they
Will
might
Red Bull be able
struggle.
to go?
Scully did it. Michael Schumacher
Oh,
did it
sorry.
twice.
You go first, don't worry.
No, you go for it.
One of you go
Actually,
first.
Reading Mario's thing that they say McLaren might struggle again on the next GP as they've been setting up for this GP for a while. The upgrades were specific for Silverstone, but will they work on other track?
True.
Well, next is Hungary. Very tight and twisty track.
Yeah.
Very different track.
Might favour Oscar then.
Lewis and Lando.
I mean, depends on which setup they opt for at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's 30 points for McLaren today. That moves them straight up into 5th place in the World Championship.
Well, that is a cracking result for McLaren and all McLaren fans.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
New livery. Special one-off livery for this race, and maybe some new times ahead. So are they shouting Lando? They are. There was a lot of papaya being sported, even on Thursday when we did our show on the grid. Martin Brundle there, so they might sell a bit more.
Goodness, it's not like Tangerine or Satsuma or something, isn't it?
And Mario says Twisty can work with heavy downforce. In some ways, it might actually benefit McLaren quite a lot. I mean, if they've got a draggy car, there's not much in the way of straights at Hungary.
The place where they shout for Lewis and will be
So, we'll see.
sure.
Don't they call it the Monaco?
Today.
I don't remember how the nickname goes for that track, but they call it the Monaco something something. I just can't
I
remember.
want
now.
to say the fast
Honestly.
Monaco.
Until the Austrian Grand Prix, and I think he's trying to take it all in. Trying to take in the moment.
But historically speaking, Hungary is a British
Monaco
driver
without the
favoured
building.
track.
Previous occasions.
Sorry?
Mm.
Monaco without the building.
Monaco without the buildings, that's how people call the Hungaroring.
A few things that he might want to point out to the engineers when he gets back to the debrief.
Post race hosted by David Coulthard. Didn't he do last race as well?
Conducting the post-race interviews.
Probably.
Just seems to get everywhere at the moment. He gets on the podium now more often than he did when he was driving.
Little congratulations from your engineer there, GP. People are talking about the dominance of you this season, but that was far from easy to win that race.
Yeah, we had a terrible start, so we need to look into why that was. But even after that, I think, especially Lando, he was very, well, both McLarens at the beginning, they were super quick. So took a few laps to pass them, and then at one point I could ease out the gap, and I think everything looked quite alright again. But then again, after the safety car on the softest compound around here, was a little bit more tricky for us to keep them alive, basically. So the gap basically stayed a bit around 3.5 seconds. So yeah, I think of course, you know, very happy that we won again, and I mean 11 wins in a row for the team. I think that's pretty incredible, but it wasn't straightforward today.
Stevie, I don't think we can ever forget Max's win from about 14th last year, and the 360 board as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Lando to really just, you know, come up your inside before turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, I was doing a bit of drifting on Thursday with marketing,
Bit
and it felt
drifting.
like I was doing that also in the start, which wasn't very good. Yeah, it was just very bad.
Overall, there are
we'll look into that, because I
400,000
think the last
fans
few starts were actually
that are
a lot
happy with
better.
Lando and Lewis on
Today wasn't
podium.
that
Max
great,
will likely be
I need to make
booed,
it a
but
bit more exciting,
not to his
you know,
fault.
push for it.
Maybe,
I mean,
but
Lando didn't
unfortunately
really put
that's
up a fight. He was
just
very nice to me, but then he actually came back
slightly
again in
outnumbered
DRS,
on
so,
the
he had a lot of pace.
fans, I think.
we've got
But there will
Lando
be
here,
people
you
out there
guys
that
are
will
good
obviously be
buddies,
cheering
so,
for him, and I wouldn't necessarily, I would never boo someone,
well, there you go. Well, Max,
considering like
congratulations on your victory. We're now going to go.
Yeah, it's bad etiquette, really.
Yeah.
You two guys, I suspect that will change if you keep performing like you have this weekend. You drove brilliantly, and you had to defend against a 7-time world champion whilst leading against a 2-time world champion.
Yeah, pretty insane. I just want to say a big thanks for sort of the whole team. They've done an amazing job.
I mean, it is. I think Norris wins the driver of the day hands down.
They've been putting in, so pretty amazing, pretty insane.
I'd say he's my driver of the
They put me
day.
on hard tires. I don't know why. They're
For
still
sure.
beginners in some things, but
although closely
yeah,
followed
it
by
was an amazing fight with Lewis.
Yes,
I
Pastry.
made a few too many mistakes, maybe, but I did what I could. I brought the fight to Max for as long as
Saying that,
possible.
when we go to the analysis of the drivers' performances, there are a few surprises in here
We heard you
we might have missed out on.
That looked like the majority of teams were going that
F1
route.
net zero by 2030. Next season there'll be so many races that it can even be possible with all the travelling around the world. Imagine the CO2 from planes and trucks alone.
Probably Zach called the shots on that one. Yeah, I mean, I wanted this off.
You just missed something.
What?
There was a bug flying around Lando and he tried to punch it.
Oh, did it?
He did. He went like that.
Podium here at the British Grand Prix, and I think your 7th podium in your racing career.
Yeah, pretty amazing. I mean, the whole event wasn't trying to wave to everyone, so a big thanks to all the British fans out here supporting all of us. Also for McLaren.
I'm betting the happiest person in the world there at the moment is actually Zach Brown.
Oscar did an amazing job all weekend, and he should have been P3 today without the safety car, so a shame, he deserved it. But yeah, the fans are amazing, so a big thanks to all of them.
Lando, congratulations. Enjoy the podium as you walk off. Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, Mario saw it. Mario saw it.
Welcome to your 14th podium at the British Grand Prix. Lewis, you talk about the power of the crowd here. You did it again. You came from what was obviously a difficult qualifying to deliver a brilliant podium here at Silverstone.
Lucky podium.
The crowd did it.
I'm very
Once
lucky.
again, Silverstone put on a great
195th career podium.
so big thank you
Wow.
to everyone for supporting. I think I felt the energy, I felt the support.
Nearly over half those are wins.
Also, I just want to say a big
That's
congratulations.
insane.
Pretty much. More than half,
and
actually.
to McLaren,
Oh, there's Nicholas.
where it was my family is where I first started.
Yep.
Chris
So to
Hamilton.
see them back up there looking so strong, I mean that thing was rapid through the high speed corners. I was wow. I couldn't keep up, but we had a good little battle on the restart.
It's hard to keep up with people through the high speed corner though because of the
long run on
the
medium was
aero
really great.
wash.
So I think this is a
Yeah.
good positive for us as a team. to know that we're not that far away. We just got to keep on pushing.
Oh, Lando
we can
just
get to
held
the
on at this point. Just.
Yeah.
Two British drivers on the
It's
podium
really
here. We
good
don't see
racing
that
from
so
those
often.
two.
Mm.
We're watching here behind you that battle you had with Lando. You got him up the inside of Brooklyn.
I was scared that he
And
was
then,
going to go
well,
flat
you just
out
didn't
in
quite have the straight line
through
speed as
cops.
you went to Cops.
Verstappen
No,
him.
no, once he got to 14 or 15, he's gone. So we had good performance in the low speed, but yeah, we had a good little battle there. Just didn't have the grunt on the straights. But I'm really happy to to start.
That's a very good point, Mary.
It's a mega job. So big thank you to my team. Great pit stops, great work all weekend, and I love this crowd.
Well, Lewis, we should give the final word to you, to the crowd.
Like watching Nicholas compete in the BTCC as well.
To
Nice
race
to
and
see.
represent all of you. So
Uh-oh.
continue to push. Thank
Fans
you
are on the
so much
track.
for your support, and I hope you have a
Uh-oh.
good day today. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Lewis Hamilton.
Thank you.
Two Brits on the podium at Silverstone for the first time since 1999. And Lewis questions whether everyone had a good day or not.
Who were the Brits on the podium in '99? Coulthard, I think, won it.
But these two are their best.
Did you say 99?
Mm. Button, maybe? But no, he wouldn't. He wasn't in it till 2000.
Let me check the results.
I'm going to see if I can work it out. You have to give me a minute.
Yeah.
You don't count Irvine as a Briton because he's Irish.
Lando just swapped seats.
He wasn't on the podium though.
He wasn't.
No,
What, Irvine or Coulthard?
Irvine wasn't. Irvine wasn't.
Who is he?
Coulthard was.
Leaving the track, there will be people there for hours and hours. Yeah. But it's the sort of thing I think that, even though obviously that leaving the track would be chaos, I think the experience of just being there will make up for it.
Definitely, the experience of being there, watching Hamilton and Lando go around Luffield side by side. There's going to be a lot of TikToks and a lot of YouTube shorts in the next 24 hours.
Oh yeah, 100%. So this last year, but one day I want to go there and I want to watch a race, like a F1 race.
Same.
So just need to make it just a little bit cheaper.
Or we
Since I
need to
don't
be
have
that
a
little bit
home GP,
richer. I bet Max is looking at that going, you didn't back out of it when I was next to you last time at that corner. Memories. Alright, who was the other Brit on the podium in '99?
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
No one else. That was only Coulthard.
They kept saying there was two.
In 99, if it's the 99 GP, there wasn't. There was Hakkinen, Schumacher and Coulthard on the podium.
He kept saying there was two in '99, I swear. Maybe he meant '98.
Irvine was fourth though, not too far out from Coulthard. Is it 98? Let me search for the 98 and then see if it is that one.
I'm sure they said it was two.
Let me check. No, there were no Brits on the podium in 98.
I don't
It
know
was
them.
Hakkinen, Schumacher and Villeneuve.
In which case, Crofty's got his stats wrong, if I've heard him right.
Probably.
I mean, that
97?
never happens.
97. Is it 97?
That would have been
no.
Villeneuve and Schumacher? No, not Schumacher.
97 was Villeneuve, Frentzen and Hakkinen. Hakkinen got a lot of podiums here.
Coulthard won twice here in the 90s, or it might be 90.
It's
Yeah.
a second top of the podium at Silverstone for Max Verstappen, who of course won the 70th anniversary Grand Prix.
Here goes the weekly dose of Dutch and Austrian national anthems.
Once
And
again,
here goes me muting it on the stream.
No.
Ah, that's better.
Those two anthems have become our second and third national anthems at this point.
True.
Wouldn't be surprised if he's getting bored of it.
Can you imagine if Red Bull win all races this season?
It was possible. And I was just watching all of the people down there are like this.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them. So it's like the Verstappen salute.
Oh god.
Nope, so we go.
This, although Max and Lewis and Norris the wrong way round, wasn't this the result of our pre-GP yesterday? There was a Red Bull, there was
Yeah.
a Mercedes, and there was a McLaren.
Oh yeah.
We predicted
Just for
it.
order.
Sort of.
No way.
And also
We were predicting something.
I finished in 7th. Where did Leclerc finish? Probably 8th.
I don't know.
No.
But no.
Wait. The Ferraris. Wait, so the Ferraris finished 9th and 10th, I believe.
Okay. Oh, that's where Alonso was, wasn't it?
Let me go behind. Wait. We'll be behind on the results. I don't think I'm right. Wait.
Well, like I said, although it was the wrong way round,
Yeah, 9th and
this
10th.
is our pre-GP result as well.
It is.
We predicted
That's
it.
not happened before.
gets the medal, of course, from the FIA, the president.
Ah, Ben Sulayem, who is obviously the FIA president.
With the number of this race in the World Championship.
I think that is Dave Richards on the far left-hand side, former boss of BAR.
For Max Verstappen. We hear him a lot.
Thank you, Mario. We appreciate that so much. And we'll catch you again for Hungary. But yeah, we really appreciate the kind words.
Yeah.
And we love having you here as well.
Patient,
I agree.
humorous, tolerant, and successful.
Apparently, Lando said to Hamilton in the cool-down room, the McLaren doesn't even look like a Red Bull, looks like an Aston.
Yeah.
Whatever they thought was possible from Silverstone this
David
weekend,
Richards.
they probably
Called it.
exceeded the expectations. Well done to them. And well done to Mercedes. Upgrades too for that team and another podium.
Oh, apparently Mario loves the Hungaroring.
But it's
Someone has
6
to, I guess.
wins in a row for Max Verstappen.
Yeah, Midnight's not a fan.
Not just one trophy, because this is the British Grand Prix, but he gets the
It was working really well for the first time we did a pre-GP round. I was like, haha, I'm in front of you. This is how you tactics. And then I promptly climbed the curb and spun.
The champagne has already been uncorked.
Like within 5 seconds of saying it. So,
Stewart's inquiry, the celebration started too early. For a podium full of fun and full of smiles up there.
Kudo says you like the Red Bull ring. A little bit, yeah. That's alright.
It's 5 wins in a row from pole position.
It's not one of my favorite tracks.
And it's very much high fives all round for the championship leader, Max's day at Silverstone.
Shall we move on to the breakdown?
Yes.
In which case, sweet. And if one of you two would care to bring up the qualifying results, the race results,
Yep.
we'll go from there.
I have everything here.
In which case, you have a job here in the future. Sweet. Okay, let me change it over for you two so you can see And then we'll go from there. Fantastic. Can you see it all right?
Just got to change my thing so you can see it. Hopefully. There we are. I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger for you guys so you can actually see what we actually rate them. There we are. Can we get just a tad bit bigger? And smaller. Right, ready.
Right, in which case, yeah, let's do this. So, got A star, A, B, C plus, and C minus, because I'm not dealing with that everything going in C again. D, E, F, not applicable. So, where do we start? Top at the top? Start at the top or start at the bottom today? What do you guys fancy? Don't say whatever you feel like.
Where did we start last time around?
Can't remember.
What? I think it was bottom. So let's start at the top this time.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Fantastic. So, Alex Albon.
Albono, so he qualified in 8th and finished in 8th.
I said B straight off the bat. In a Williams. Like,
Qualified.
he was battling with a Ferrari and an Aston in a Williams.
Yeah.
A B.
The thing is, Perez started behind and finished ahead of him, so he probably could have finished even higher if that wasn't the
I'm still shocked on
case.
the fact we had a B for that in a Williams.
I'd probably
And an
say
A then.
I'd argue an A, yeah.
Thank you.
Didn't do anything wrong, like this weekend, like was on pace. Like,
A
just
for
super
Albon.
good.
One way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, so next one. Fernando Alonso. Finished 7th, I know that much. Where did he start?
He started 9th.
Kind of a bit of a nothing race for him, really, isn't it?
I'd say
Yeah.
C plus.
C plus, just because he got 2 overtakes done.
He did hold off Albon at the end, but then again, it is fighting for Williams. So yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't his best of races.
Yeah, hasn't done anything wrong, but at the end of the day,
Yeah.
that car has been on the podium for the first 5 races or something to that effect, 4 to 5 races.
Something
So
like that.
yeah, it's not great, is it?
Yeah.
So okay, C plus for Mr. Eyebrows.
Yep.
Well, one of the eyebrow sets. Okay, Bottas. Where did he start and finish? 'Cause I have no idea.
This is the one that surprised me the most because he started P20 because he got disqualified from qualifying. So
Sure.
basically started P20, finished P12.
3 dropouts.
Still had to make up 5 places though, and he started on the hards.
He went long before the safety car, didn't he? He must have
He
done.
pitted in lap 32, I believe.
Safety car. So he's benefited massively from the blow up from K-Mag.
Probably.
I don't know if I can give him more than a C plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of locked into it, isn't he?
And he's kind of gone under the radar because we haven't. I don't remember seeing much of any overtakes.
None.
Saying that, he still finished ahead of. I mean, I know Stroll didn't do amazing this race, but he still finished ahead of an Aston Martin.
But didn't the Aston Martin get a penalty anyway? Like, he was always going to finish in front.
He did actually. He did. Yeah, never mind.
I think that's more ranking
Never mind.
Stroll for being Stroll than Bottas for beating Stroll.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Don't get me wrong. Wouldn't put him anywhere above a C plus.
Okay.
Like, even though looks pretty good on paper, like just how many places.
Yeah, that's why we take it all into account. Okay, that's fair. In which case, next one. Debris.
Debris. So he went. He technically gained the position, but then he didn't. So he qualified P18, finished P17 with the 3 dropouts. But
be a D.
saying that, he got screwed with the safety car because he pitted a few laps before and then just pitted again under the safety car.
Was he in front or behind Sonoda?
He was in front, I believe. Yeah, he was running P14 for quite a long time.
Half want to be a little bit generous and give him a C minus, but I'm not sure I can be that generous with it. What do you guys feel? Give her a rank. Give her an opinion.
I don't know.
Where are the tiers again? Is it C plus, C, and C minus?
No, just C plus and C minus.
C plus and C minus.
Yeah, we're not going to go C plus, C minus, C
Yeah.
minus minus,
Too confusing.
C plus plus, because that's a programming language.
I don't
I'd
know.
leave
I'd
him.
probably
Yeah. You go first.
just go for it, Sarah.
I was gonna say maybe leave him where he is for now, and then considering we still got rated quite a few people, just see where they kind of fall and
That's it.
readjust if necessary.
And anyone in the chat has an opinion, feel free to give it, even if we do ignore
Yeah,
it.
100%.
I mean, listen to it intently. Gasly. Hey!
Gasly.
Carl. Let's see you again.
Started P10, but
Hi.
obviously just had to retire.
He was running P5 before the safety car. I mean, admittedly, it's because he was goal hanging. I think it was a good showing from Gasly until we got strolled. C plus or B? I need to hit. What does everyone think?
Say C plus, probably.
Yeah, C plus for me as well.
Strong C plus?
In front of
Yeah.
Bottas, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I'd put him ahead of those two, actually.
I'll give
I'd
that.
argue he was better than Alonso.
Yeah, I will absolutely give
Yeah.
that. So, okay, right. Moving on. Because, yeah. Lewis of
'Cause, yeah.
Hamilton.
Started P7, finished P3.
Little bit lucky. And,
I'd say
In the
lucky.
safety car, yeah.
and he was off at the first corner and down to 8th or 9th.
Probably.
He
Can't
was.
remember now.
He was. He was well, when I say first corner, it might be in the third corner, but it was a black car with a bright yellow helmet going whee around the outside of everyone else. So, who he's just recently said that he might be in the sport for another 5 years. Interesting. Interesting.
There was a good battle towards the end with him and Lando.
Ooh.
So I'd be tempted for a high B, low A.
Same.
Because, yeah, luck obviously played on his side, but he did have a good battle
Yeah.
with Lando.
Good clean battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the Mercedes hasn't got the raw pace to, like,
Yeah.
get past and stick by.
It's really draggy as well, so it didn't favour the.
I'm thinking A.
drag today.
I'm thinking A because he has clawed his way back. He's had a poor start, clawed it back, and had that cracking battle. Clean battle.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Sweet.
Can agree with that.
Okay, next one. Charles of Leclerc.
Started P4, finished P9. But bearing in mind that horrendous strategy from Ferrari.
Yeah, not really his fault.
Still not a good
Like
showing though, is it?
No.
No overtakes. Just it was existing, and I think in 5th for most of the race. Well,
Yeah.
up until his pit stop.
Yeah, he was behind Russell for a long time, who was on... No, he was ahead of Russell, wasn't he?
Yeah, Russell was attached to his gearbox.
Okay.
Yeah, but obviously they pit him for hards, and then in the safety car, they pitted him for mediums, so...
Yeah.
Question is,
wasn't really his fault.
grading, what do we feel like?
Say C minus probably, or even a D.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I'd go C minus.
Yeah.
I will
Partly
go.
it wasn't his fault.
Yeah, I will go with you two, but I was thinking D just for that. I think he nuked his tyres too early, and that's his fault.
Yeah.
So I will go with it. And Seagull says C- as well.
Yeah.
Okay, K-Mag.
Yeah.
Ball of fire at the end. Where did he start?
Oh dear.
I think he's busy. Okay, let's have a look. He started 19th and obviously ended up out of the race, causing the safety car in the middle of the early 30 laps. Yeah, he wasn't running particularly high at all anyway. So, what do you guys think on his performance for today?
Much from him in terms of obviously before the safety car and him in the ball of fire. He was kind of again just existing, wasn't he?
I mean, there's not much more he could have done with that car, realistically.
True.
So where do we put him? Am I going to have to create another category just for C?
Should we say C minus? I'll say C minus.
I'm on it. Never mind.
Because it's not a C, is it?
But the more I keep thinking about it, the more it's kind of like, no, I better not. Otherwise, I'm going to make this too complicated. So what are we thinking? C minus, C plus?
C minus.
C minus, probably. Yeah.
Fair.
Not sure if you're being a bit too generous on him, but then again, there's not much more you could have done.
Yeah. In that car and on fire, but we're still ranking him despite him only getting halfway through the race.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Lando Norris, A start. Okay, on to Ocon.
Ocon retired on lap 9.
Yeah.
I think we've got to mention Norris before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Could have he done anything better today?
Not really. He maximised the result in that McLaren, I reckon.
Yeah.
Got Max off the start line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was,
Was ahead of him for at least 5 laps, if I remember correctly. So he didn't finish. He wasn't too far off from Max, even.
It was like 3 point something seconds at the end as well.
Yeah, at the end he finished 3.8 seconds roughly behind Max, who was on the softs. So.
True. Kudos says, I think he could really do well if it weren't for his engineers. We can argue about that to the end of time. Was it a mistake not going for the soft tyres? Was it a mistake to going for the soft tyres? I think it depends on... He finished second. They took the safe option, but he still finished second.
Yeah.
That's for Magnussen. Either way, the point still remains. So, A star for Norris. Easy. Yeah. Next one. Ocon.
Can we he retired on lap 9. So, you know.
Yeah. I kind of think it's an NA just for the sheer fact we did kind of set the rule. They have to get like about a third the way through the race, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, one half the French contingent is out. So, Sergio Perez, where did he start? After being knocked out in Q2 again.
Q1.
He started P15.
It was Q1.
I mean, he was only P15 because of Bottas, obviously. He started P15, finished P6. Just out of curiosity, he was the driver who did the most laps. No, never mind. I was going to say he was the driver who did more laps on the softs, but Russell.
Yeah, Russell kind of did his own thing on that one.
Yeah.
Perez it's difficult to give him a rank, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because on
he
sheer
shouldn't have
numbers,
started
it's
that
quite
low.
impressive. Yeah.
Rate him on the race, give him a B.
Yeah.
He has done some overtakes, but it was against slower cars.
And that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of like a flat performance, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like one, he shouldn't have started that far back. Two, like you say, it's overtaking slower cars.
Yeah.
And three, the overtakes he did, they didn't look necessarily impressive. And he didn't he take out, well, not intentionally, but him and the Haas a little bit, wasn't it? They came together just a tiny bit. But that could be the Haas's error just turning in too much.
Yeah,
That
it
was Hulk.
was
That was
Hulkenberg.
Hulk. From the look of it, it looked like Perez had cut across the Hulk a bit. So
No.
that's another tricky one. But the sheer numbers, yeah, he's done very well. But the Ferrari's Ferrari to themselves.
Yeah. I think I have to grade them C plus, and even then, that's
Okay, I'll go with that. Sarah?
because
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Go. We're going to just put him in there. Right.
Put him in there.
Right. Piastri, I know this one. 3rd to 4th.
yeah,
Where do you guys
Obviously
want
not.
to put him? Just shout out a
it was
grade.
ruined by the safety car.
Just
I
shout
think
a
I
grade.
put
I
him in
would-
an A still.
Yeah, I was going to say either A or A star because he's a rookie at the end of the day. Like, and if it wasn't for that safety car, I think happily, hands down, he would have kept that 3rd place.
Yeah, because even then, he only he finished less than a second behind Hamilton.
That's what I'm saying. And he's a rookie. Like, I think we've got to be kind to him here.
A star.
A star. Yeah, I agree.
A star. Yeah. Cracking performance from the young guy. Simple as that, really, isn't it? And he's taking all the pastry
Yeah.
jokes in his step.
Yep.
Even he doesn't know about them. So, alright, Carlos Sainz.
Started P5, finished P10. Once again, strategy.
And
Yeah.
he doesn't do well in traffic. He never has done.
No, pushed
Unless
out
it's-
wide ever so slightly and got passed by like 4 people.
Yeah,
Including
I
your
was gonna say he
teammate.
really lost.
Do we just put the Ferrari
Ruined
boys
it.
together? Or do we give him a D?
Probably.
And what was Leclerc's positioning again? Starting and
He
finish.
started 4th, finished 9th.
And
They
Sainz
finished
was...
together basically.
Did they start
Yeah.
together and finish together?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we've got to put them in the same area, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Okay, Logan Sargent. Quiet one. But where did he start and
Logan
finish?
Sargent started P14, finished P11.
3 dropouts.
Bearing in mind that Stroll was ahead of him, and that's why he finished P11 as well. But nevertheless,
But the
There's
big, all
nothing
right,
wrong.
the 3 DNFs, did they start ahead of him in the race?
but he was ahead of them all. Not Gasly, but he. Wait,
Ocon.
Ocon might have been a. Let me check because Ocon started P13. Yeah, Sargent started P14.
So he got gifted 1 place, then he got gifted another place. So technically he didn't do any. Actually, no, that means all of his places were gifted, right?
By the maths of it. They started ahead of him and didn't finish.
Because obviously
Just trying to-
Magnussen, I think, was behind him. But Ocon and Gasly would have been in front of him.
Yeah.
Then Stroll was in front of him and he had the penalty. So
Yeah.
he's been gifted the
Yeah.
3 places. So
Yep.
he's not necessarily done anything special, but he's not done anything wrong at the same time. He's held his position and got gifted slightly because of the people around him.
Do we know what his pit stop strategy was, Pedro?
That's what I'm checking right now. Give me one
Got to be
moment.
under the safety car, right?
Doesn't know how far he went on the first
pitted.
stint.
Wait, let me see. So he did 23 laps on the. So it was before the safety car.
So he's been stitched up actually and still got a fairly decent result,
A little
all
bit,
all
yeah.
things considered.
I'd
Okay.
say
think it was-
C
it was-
plus.
I think it was quite literally one lap before the safety car came out.
Ooh.
That's bad luck. I'll be tempted to give him a B then, if that's the case. If he's been stitched up to high hell, and he's had a quiet weekend.
But he did get 3 places gifted to him.
Well, if you say C+, we'll go with the majority.
I'd say he's pretty strong C+.
Yeah,
Because he's
same.
not done anything necessarily special. That's why I don't know, B's a little bit too high for me.
I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Alright, okay, in which case, Mr. Stroll.
Started P12, finished P14, obviously with a 5-second penalty, but he still would have finished. He would have finished P11.
Thank you for the look, Adam.
It's about the same as De Vries, isn't it? Took out Gasly.
Yeah, bearing in mind that he took out Gasly and
Well, Gasly and him came together twice, didn't they?
yeah, when Stroll overtook him off the track, and then
How many places was he behind Alonso? 5, 6?
he was 7 places behind Alonso. In
gotta be
terms
good.
of time, he was 10 seconds behind Alonso, obviously with safety car and all that, but still.
Yeah. Okay, I'm giving up talking about Stroll at the moment, just the sheer fact. It's not very often very positive about him, is it?
No.
So, we'll move on. Sonoda, Yuki.
Started P16, finished P16. And he had a bit of a weird strategy going on as well. He pitted really early for the hards, and then when the safety car came out, he pitted for the softs.
So he did basically a stop and then another stop under the safety car.
Yeah.
Okay. But he finished where he
But-
started.
But saying that, he was behind the Vries for a long time. I don't think he had particularly the best start to the race. And he only finished, was it roughly 2 seconds ahead of him at the end? So,
Should we rate them together then?
probably.
Yeah.
That Alpha Diary is a poor car at the moment, but they're not extracting anything from it either. So,
Yeah.
True. Very true.
there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay, Max Verstappen.
Started P1 and finished P1. Shocking.
Actually had to pass the lead.
Yes.
Yeah. I
He
mean,
had somewhat of a comfortable gap before the safety car came out, but it's not like he was ever like way too ahead up the road, so you know.
Not sure if it's an A star or an A.
Oh, I don't think I wouldn't give him an A star.
Did have to pass the lead, although he did let Lando through on the start initially.
Yeah, but then again, he's in the fastest car, and he only finished 4 seconds ahead of Lando at the end, with tires that were 2 compounds softer than Lando's.
True. But compare it to Perez. That's my only
Oh.
thing. It's my only thinking.
um,
Is that car a little bit more average? Not average. A little bit less powerful than we think it is, just because Perez is driving as it should be, and Max is getting more out of it than what he should get out of it. It's my only thinking.
well, saying that the Red Bulls are more, they've always been more suited to Max and his driving style than
True.
the second driver.
True. Which makes me lean down towards A then.
Yeah. For me, I think it would be either like a weak A or a strong B.
I'd say A, purely because obviously he did have to pass the lead and he did hold it. Didn't do necessarily anything wrong again, but
True.
it wasn't like an amazing sort of
I think
things that we've seen.
I think he did perform at a high level.
Oh,
But
100%. It's getting to that point. I don't know if you guys agree, but it's getting to that point. It's where like we only expect him to win, so it's almost like we can't rate him A-star every time just because of
Yeah.
simply winning every time.
He has
So
to top
it's then-
himself. He has to top the story
Exactly.
each time.
Yeah,
he
so
has
it's
to
like
do
having
hungry.
to like draw it back a little bit and think he did win, but on trying to have a look at other stuff in the race, did he do as well as other races? Maybe not, but
Yeah.
still won it. But yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he has to literally suffer some problem in order to come back through the field from last to get an A-star from us now.
yeah.
Maybe not that bad. All right.
Not-
But okay, A is easy. All right, next one we're going to move on to is Joe, whom, for the first time, has completed a racing lap around Silverstone. And not upside down either.
Yeah.
We all remember that crash from last year.
do.
Yep.
So what's the deets?
Scary.
What's the deets? Qualifying race?
So we started P17, finished P15.
Same result as last year, no points.
Saying that, I think he was a little bit. His race got a bit ruined with a safety car. Because he went from the mediums to the hards. And then, wait, was that actually after the safety car that he pitted? Because he did 16 laps on the softs.
Soft, medium, then hard.
46. Yeah, he pitted like after the safety car or right at the end of the safety car period for the softs.
Oh, so you
was
went
very
medium,
good.
hard, soft.
Yes.
Okay. It's still not a good result, though, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he was. I think
Technically, he would have got those 2 places gifted as well.
It's a D, isn't
Ocon
it?
and Gasly.
It's kind of a D,
Yeah.
really, isn't it?
I mean, bearing in mind that he also technically shouldn't have started ahead of Bottas if it wasn't for the qualifying issue.
Yeah, true.
So.
All right. Well,
I mean, yeah, I agree with you.
let's hear your 2 ranks.
Tomb. If in doubt, D.
It's not what it's been up till now. It's if in doubt, C. All right. That's where he's going then. Okay, Nico Hülkenberg.
Big.
Started P11, finished P13.
Did have to pit for a new front wing thanks to Checo.
Yes.
In the house. And again, 3 dropouts. With his teammate?
But saying that, he started ahead of. He only technically gained 1 place because of Gasly, because he started ahead of Magnussen and Ocon.
What do you feel on rank? We didn't see much of him. That's the downside of this.
Oh, and bearing in mind that Checo started behind him as well. So.
I'd be tempted to put him with Kevin.
So.
Where
Actually,
did we
no,
put Kevin?
C minus.
I think I'd put him
C
ahead
plus,
of.
maybe.
I'd put him ahead of Kevin anyways, just because Kevin wasn't doing much during the race.
So and then you're leaning into C. Is it C plus territory, or just in
Possibly.
the same?
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't give him a B. That's for sure. I'd probably say C plus or top of C, perhaps.
So C plus. Sarah, what do you think?
Bottom of C plus.
See, I'm thinking C minus, but by a majority.
Well, it's just that it's literally on the line. If there was like a thing here, I'd literally put it in the middle of both.
That's fine. It's fine.
Like, if you,
it's all good.
But like, I think if we were to put Hülkenberg in C minus, we'd probably have to move Kevin down 1 tier then.
Well,
True.
We're left with 1 driver.
Right.
George Russell.
George Russell, so started P6, finished P5. Got a little bit ruined by the safety car. and he started on old softs and made them last more than some people made the mediums last. He did
Really?
that pretty good overtake around the outside of the left field, I believe.
He did. On
Against
Leclerc, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Midnight Light, the strategy he used as well.
I did. He was the only one to do it. Only one to try it. And he didn't pit under the safety car either.
yeah.
I'd rate him an A.
Ooh. I was wavering between B and A.
Yeah.
But the way we've all mentioned about it, his strategy, his pass around the outside, I think we've got to give it to him, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think it was a pretty solid race from him.
First never. We haven't rated anyone a B.
And B, yeah, I was thinking about that.
We've either gone you're above average, or you're just average. You know, in the middle.
Well, let's face it, the McLaren boys had a cracking race. Albon, exceptional again. Hamilton, cracking comeback from 9th, as it were. Max, what does he have to do not to get an A? George, cracking strategy and overtakes. And then the rest of the field were a little bit meh, in some respect.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think out of all the drivers in there, maybe I'd argue Gasly could get a B, but then again, I just wouldn't have any really big arguments to state that. Like, if he finished the race maybe where he was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he finished the race, then B territory probably. But considering he didn't, it's not like we can rate him too high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty, in which case we're going to call that it for the tiering of the drivers. What do we all rank the race out of 10?
Oh.
I'm going to make this awkward. Sarah, you're going first.
Oh.
And then I'm going to give us our points for our predictions. And then we've got to make another prediction for the Hungaroring.
Oh, no.
Do you know what? I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm gonna rate it an 8.5.
8.5. But which one are you going to pick?
Yeah. I'll go 8. Superman.
Pedro?
Well, so thinking about it, I think the qualifying did add a lot of excitement going into the race, just because you saw some people that shouldn't be starting where they were expected to be normally. There's some pretty good battles, to be fair. Like that battle for 7th towards the end was pretty good to see. Nice overtakes. I think I'd say probably an 8 as well, or 7.5.
Not 7.7.6?
Yeah, maybe somewhere towards there.
Okay, I'm going to go I don't want to say 8.5 because I think that is a bit too generous. I don't really want to say 8.25 because then I'm being pedantic. If we'd have
Are
a
you
little
saying
bit...
that I'm pedantic? What you're trying to say with that?
Yes.
Screen frozen. I'm going to have to go with an 8. I think it needed a bit of either wet weather or a little bit more something.
Those last 10 laps had me gripped. Like I wasn't looking away from the screen. I was like,
Well, it's kind of like the same as last year. We had a similar instance with the restart last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it seems to happen at Silverstone. So I think that is a sort of majority 8, really.
it's been my favourite race so far this season.
That's fair. A lot of yeah, I'll give you that. That's
I
fair.
think
It was
like for me so far, hasn't been any better race than that sprint race at Austria.
Yeah, and that was
yeah,
that
true.
was
I wasn't
cracking,
there.
wasn't it?
That was one.
Oh, I'm sorry you missed
really
that,
good.
Sarah.
Yeah.
But that was easy. Yeah, if you measure it against the sprint,
my favourite Sunday race
that's fair. That is
so far.
Yeah.
Right. And in which case, I hope you two have been thinking about predictions, because it's that time. Oh, hang on. No, wait.
Wait.
Sarah's predictions. Rain in the race and qualifying.
I'm
going to have to begrudgingly give you a point for that, just because it was wet during qualifying. But I'll have you know that we're changing that to actively requires tyre change or starts on inters.
I'll take
All
it.
of them.
I'll take it.
Not just some, all.
I'm taking it.
Fair enough. 1 point there. So, okay. Red flag in a race. No points.
No.
Double top 5 finish for Ferrari. No points.
No points.
And Mercedes DNF. No points. Sarah, you scored 1 point today.
I should have backed McLaren, but I just didn't. I couldn't have predicted that last week.
True. Clearly.
Yeah.
Pedro, Alonso pole. No points. 1 McLaren Q in top 10. Well, technically, you had 2, so I'm going to say no points because you're wrong. No, you got a point.
What?
You got a point.
Savage.
You got a point.
No, that's true.
You got a point.
No, I'm pretty sure I said at least 1.
Alright. Albon scores 4 points.
Begrudgingly, just
4
take the
points, he
point.
He did. He did.
He did.
So, and Hamilton qualifies P4, so no points on
Nope.
that one.
Funny.
So that is
2 points.
it's 2 points.
Yay.
For me, McLaren double points. I thank you.
Nice.
Hulk Q3 appearance.
Can I hear him?
No points.
Nice.
Albon points. 1 point.
Nice.
Red Bull DNF. No points. Both Alfa Romeos out in Q1.
I mean, that's kind of a given, isn't it? But yeah.
But
I mean, you didn't because Bottas made it into Q2.
Yeah, we got disqualified, so point.
No.
If we're giving Sarah the point
That's
for the
not how it
wet,
works.
I'm having that
That's
one.
not how it works.
It is. It's not democracy. And predictions for Hungary.
Okay. 4 predictions, right?
4 predictions.
Okay.
But if one is stupidly easy, the other people are allowed to veto it.
Okay.
I mean, come on, if we're going to say Max wins, no. Right, so who wants to go first?
Right. I'm gonna note these down as well. Just trying to think. So you can go first if you want.
Can't hear you.
Sure.
I can see you speaking.
What?
Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
I'll text her. I am.
What is going on in the House of Commons? I don't know.
There you go. She has absolutely no way around it. Got the message now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you again.
Oh, shocker.
No, my headphones, like, I don't know what happened. They, like, pushed themselves out and I was plugging them in. Couldn't hear you. I could see you speaking. Then I could hear you on the speaker for a little bit. Plugged them back in, couldn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden I could just hear you again. Like,
that sounds convenient.
predictions.
For
Did
Hungary.
you do yours yet?
No.
Or...
None. Now we're all going to have a think here. Alright, I've got one.
Oh.
I just need one more.
I haven't got any yet.
Okay, I have mine.
I've got 3. Just going on my 4th. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna roll off the bat with mine. If I think about it too long, I wouldn't like. I'm not gonna be probably.
Right. Well, shall I do mine, and then Pedro, you can do yours, and then Sarah can make it up as she goes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Perez to qualify outside the top 10,
Okay.
or start outside the top 10.
Okay.
So, a non-Red Bull winner.
Oh, that's bold.
If it's going to be a track, it'll be there. That's my thinking.
You again.
Can you hear us now?
What?
Can't hear you.
Sarah?
Take the headphones
You're
out.
waving. I just can't hear you.
Hello?
Take the headphones out.
I'm doing that. It's just.
Bad timing.
Ow. Why now have you got that? Just hit me with the technical issues. What?
Is your laptop getting hot?
You carry on and I'll try and sort myself out.
Fair. Okay, so those are my four. We'll recap when Sarah comes back. Hello. What happened there?
Well, Sarah.
That's not what I meant by sorting myself out, sorry.
Yeah. And she's disappeared. Nice. Alright, Pedro.
Unstable internet connection.
Yeah.
Wait, did you finish yours?
Yes.
No,
Perez.
you only said 2.
No, I said 4. No, I didn't. No, you're right.
No, you said non-Red Bull winner.
Yeah, you're
Check
alright.
out of,
You're alright.
out of the top 10.
Yeah, you
Try
are
and
right.
get it too.
Right. So yeah, Perez start outside the top 10. Non-Red Bull winner. Track limits controversy. That word.
Okay.
So I think there's going to be something where there's going to be lots of penalties, or someone's going to have lots of times deleted. I'm going to say... Do I say race or qualify? I'm going to say race, to be a bit more specific. And Stroll finished 5 or more places behind Alonso.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, let's hear your 4.
So, at least one Aston Martin in the top 5.
Sure.
At least one McLaren in Q3.
Sure.
At least 2 DNFs.
Do we have a sprint race at Hungary?
No.
Cool.
And then George Russell on the podium.
Ooh. Didn't he get a win there last year?
He won there, yeah. That's why I put him in here, in these predictions.
Okay, I'm happy with that. That's a good set of predictions. Very happy with that. Have we got Sarah back yet?
Yeah, I think I have.
Yeah.
Well, we hear you.
Welcome back.
Did you hear Pedro's predictions?
Yep. I heard yours.
You had mine as well. Okay. Any of those you dispute or anything? Or are you happy with them?
No, happy with them.
Okay, Sarah's predictions. Cars to have 4 tyres.
Yeah. I reckon. A Williams in the points.
Okay.
Probably Albon. I'd leave him to Albon.
1.
It might rain. I'm gonna go with the rain. Again.
When?
Race. I'll stick with the race.
What we'll say wet race conditions.
Wet race or raining in the race, leading to changing tyres, right?
Fine by me. Or at least starting on wets.
Okay, yeah, either or.
Fine.
Both McLarens in the points.
Okay.
Double McLaren points. One more.
One more, right?
You got one more.
Ooh. Can I say Stroll outside the top 10?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, for them.
For race, not qualifying, right?
Yeah.
Just checking. So, Williams points, no Stroll points, wet race conditions, and double McLaren points. Cool. And for Pedro, 1 Aston top 5, 1 McLaren in Q3, 2 DNFs during the race, Russell
At
podium.
least for all of those three, at least.
At least 2 DNFs.
But for the 3 of those predictions, I said at least. No. At least no. At least no.
No, that's fine. That's fine. 1 Aston top 5, that'll count. Even if you get 2 in there, that's fine. So, at least 2 DNFs. Okay. And for me, Perez qualifying / start outside top 10 because we know what penalties are like. Non-Red Bull winner. Track limits controversy in the race. So, yeah.
Okay.
That. And Stroll 5 or more places behind Alonso.
Okay.
Race,
Yeah,
of
sounds
course.
good.
Sweet. Is there anything else we will have to say about the British Grand Prix today?
No, just it was a good race. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The last 15 laps made it, and that being on the edge with Norris not making it, and McLaren maybe ballsing up the strategy, maybe Ferrarying it up.
Yeah. It was started high, then it went a bit low, then it was started high again. And I was like, oh,
Exactly that.
oh my god.
Exactly that. Right. I'm going to say that's it, really, because I think what more can we do? Maybe go for a raid on someone?
Yeah, sounds good. Who are we thinking?
Well, I've just spotted Sophia, who is streaming some GT7.
Kulios.
Oh,
Playing
yeah.
Genshin Impact.
We can have a bit of fun with Kulios. What do you feel, Sarah? Kulios or Sophia?
Kulios.
Kulios it is.
But it reminds me, if we ever do a triple again, I'm turning the sound alerts off because Kulios got me with the gunshots 3 times. You couldn't hear it this time, but he got me 3 times.
I'm fairly sure I saw one of them.
Yeah, that one means go.
He is a little... And on that note, time to go for a raid. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Pedro. That's been fun.
Thank you for letting me join.
Thank you for all your work on Saturdays and whatnot.
Really appreciate it. And
Thanks.
yeah, other than that, thanks to everyone that joined the podcast today and shared their thoughts. It's always good to have you. And we will see you in Hungary in about 2 weeks. But other than that, check out the TikTok. There'll be TikToks coming out in between. So I make sure to like, share, comment, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we will see you then. But until then,
And just remember, hashtag F1RST.
yeah, if any post-based memes you want to share or anything like that, also feel free to put them in the Discord as well. Other than that, we will see you here, there, and everywhere.
We'll be back.
Probably in the next 2 weeks, but yeah.
In which case, going for a raid. See you later.
Yeah.
Bye.